What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Flagrant 2. No easy buckets analysis by assholes. Water cooler commentary for your sports needs. I'm Andrew Schultz. I'm here with Akaash Singh.
Yo.
We got Alex back in the building.
Hell yeah.
Eden is not here. I told Eden not to come today.
Yeah, you put a wall up, huh?
I did. I
put
put
a wall
that
up on Eden's.
Ain't no caravan pulling up here, fam. Ain't happening. I was thinking about having him just show up and maybe help out.
Well,
Right.
I told him to pass through because I needed the hard drive. So he might come.
I got the hard drive.
Oh, no, the other one.
There's another hard drive?
The one that you gave him.
You got
for
too much
Flagrant.
shit going on. You can't even keep up, fam.
Son,
That's crazy.
It's a lot. It's a lot. But anyway, we should find a way to include Eden. Eden's gonna help me. We're gonna shoot the show tomorrow. Your show,
Eden
Alex,
has been so Mexican.
which is
It's
gonna be
phenomenal.
today. Sorry, when this comes out, it'll be today.
What happened? Your what? Oh, the live show.
Yeah, the live show.
The Free Alex show.
The Free Alex show. So that will end up being today. Right now, we're recording this. It's Monday, but the show is obviously Tuesday. But no, Eden has been.
He's been just
useful.
incredibly. I mean, you would think the man didn't have citizenship. The way he's just been ready to
Working,
work.
bro. It's in
Yeah,
their
I mean,
blood.
I'm telling
You know what I mean? We gave Alex a raise today.
Yeah,
I
we
want to
did.
tell everybody this. We gave Alex a raise. Literally doubled his pay, and this piece of shit showed up 15 minutes late. Okay? That's why you can't pay people.
Yo, they already roasted me in the comments. Let's stop.
For what?
Why are they roasting you?
Because of Dwayne's fucking DSLRs.
That's on you, dog.
Oh, word.
Oh, yo. Let me tell you something. I came up on a
Dwayne
brilliant.
looked like Jesse Jackson. You got to look at Jesse Jackson. You know who Dwayne is?
I see it actually.
Bro, it's
yeah,
uncanny.
I fucking see it.
Both
That's
of
crazy.
their faces perfect square.
That's crazy. I
Yeah.
see it. But I was scrolling on YouTube one day and I saw just a random like Brilliant Idiots video at a newer joint. And I was like, why does this look incredible?
Yeah,
What the
nah.
fuck is going
So,
on?
Dwayne really was coming for Alex's neck, bro.
He
I
really
feel
was.
bad because the dude, the first time I asked him to do it, he brought 6 cameras. He bought 6 different
Wow.
cameras. Son, he bought 6 different cameras. It was almost like a joke because he had one camera set up on a tripod and then he had a miniature tripod attached to that camera and then another camera on top of it. Yo, son,
fuck.
I was like, Alex could stay locked, bro. We good. You know? I kept hearing from you like, I think it's going to be a few more weeks. I was like, we all right. But I will give you this. Alex, you get up the video much quicker.
Okay.
Dwayne, it takes a few days.
Oh, you see, I'm next day.
Yeah, you next day. You're not
I mean,
playing
when you
around.
got that kind of quality, it takes a few days.
Yo, this guy, bro.
Hey,
This
I'm
guy.
a 1 minute man, man.
That's why you
Oh,
love these
man.
white bitches.
Oh, whoa, yo.
These poor white girls. That was so disappointing. Yeah, you know what's really disappointing? 400 years of slavery. That's disappointing. That's disappointment.
You know what else is disappointing? The look on your father's face when he finds out I had sex with you.
Let's call it even, Delilah. I freak out
fuck.
whenever Alex runs over to the board like something's wrong with the audio. Bro,
I don't know if
What?
we told them we in the day it had. Remember when we recorded the 30 best minutes this podcast has ever had, and Alex forgot to record it.
Man, that was a blessing. That was a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, it was a little wild. Wait, was it wild?
because
those
here's what
minutes?
happened.
Yeah,
You were in hot water, or whatever. We were wilding up top, and then you told Alex to delete everything that happened because you freaked out. And then Alex forgot to press
Come
record
on,
again.
son. Did I say that?
Yes, you did.
All right, I did.
And then you were like, you know what? Fuck it, let's go. And we were all like hype. We were like, yeah, let's go.
I had my Wolf of
And
Wall
we
Street.
had-
Yeah,
we
I
had-
got hyped too.
I was my
we
Wolf
had
of Wall
30
Street, bro.
Alex got caught up. Alex got caught up.
These cocksuckers ain't got shit on me.
I started pounding my chest.
They're gonna have to come here with their bare hands and get me out of this office. Alex. And then you were like, what about Nicki Minaj's fans and all the things they said about you? I was like, yeah, cut all that shit. Cut all that. we saw what happened to the wolf.
Oh my god.
I'll be the retriever of Wall Street. I don't need to be a full old wolf.
No, I'm so glad we cut that shit though. Oh, man.
But in retrospect, her career's over, so I won.
True.
This bitch looks terrible.
She's looking awful.
Terrible.
She's doing our shit now.
Queen Radio?
She got a podcast, yo.
Yeah.
The irony. The irony, she could get upset at something that we say on a podcast, and now every single week, all she does is say salacious shit about other people on podcasts. Barbs.
This bitch.
This bitch. Anyway, here we are again. Another episode of Flagrant 2. I'm back from Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Ooh, that was a long weekend, bro.
Yo.
That was a long weekend. They ain't always long like that. But no, I was exhausted. But there was one day where all I did was eat chicken wings from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. I went on a chicken wing run.
Oh, my God.
Because that's where they started. The Buffalo chicken wing started there. And I only had chicken wings.
That's why it's called buffalo wings.
Exactly.
I didn't put, yo.
You didn't put
I
that
did
together.
not put that shit together.
Really?
Come on,
I thought you were being sarcastic. Just
Bruh, sometimes I don't mean no really obvious shit. It's really embarrassing as an Indian, but fuck it. What can you do?
Yo, we have to have a pride off. Okay?
Okay, what's it? Oh, I'm excited right now.
Right? It's me, you, Kaz, and we can include Alex in this as well. Maybe even Eden. We have to have a competition about who's more prideful in their ethnicity.
Okay.
So we each have to compete in things that our ethnic background is known for.
Right.
So spelling bee for you.
Right.
So we'll have a
people
sick
on Craigslist for Kaz.
It's scamming people, but not Craigslist. We'll have him call our moms, and he has to see if he can get their credit card information. I already know my mom getting got.
Yeah, my mom's getting got.
Your mom getting got real quick. It's over.
Once Cass says a big word, he's like, "Oh,
Akaash mom gonna pick up the phone. Is this a black? Bye. Immediately hangs up.
Yo, my mom coming in town tomorrow.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you need to come visit. Yo, you know the best thing is my mom Andrew stays drawing my mom off sides. Like, because my mom is where I don't.
What does that mean?
Like, you get her to say reckless shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, cause my mom is like me. Like, that's where I get it from. Where I can't keep it locked up, and she's the same. And Andrew will try to ask her a question, and then she'll say something PC, and then she'll be like, actually, and then she'll say the wild shit.
Oh, bro.
Yeah,
Dude,
my
I had
mom.
dinner with his mom and his dad. That shit was like a clan meeting, bro. That shit was
shit.
Bro, it started out nice, dude. When the fucking lentils and shit, when the appetizers were there, they were real well behaved. But once that curry goat. Once that curry goat came through, they got that spice.
The spices came
So
out,
once they got that spice, it got real hot. It got real hot. And it's so funny how Indian people are because they got no. I think you explained this to me. Was it or somebody did like Asians in general have no guilt about being racist. Because they're not white.
I didn't explain it to you, but yeah, they don't. Well, I've always said that. Like, if you expect me to have white guilt, I'm just not gonna.
Right, exactly, right?
Happen. Yeah.
And this is an Asian thing as well. Like you'll see like Asians that look Chinese Asians, right? Like they have, like the older ones, they have zero guilt about saying things about other races. They'll just say it blatantly, and it's like, they'll be like, you're racist. And they'll be like, no, I'm just Chinese. Like, this is just how we feel as a group of people. Right? I'm wrong or no?
Maybe, I don't know.
But like when y'all folks were just saying shit, it was mad funny, bro. Like you could ask them how they feel about any group of people, and they'll just say it straight to your face. Like ask white people, like, how do you feel about Chinese people? And they'll immediately go to like the positives.
The shit they know about China, the most obscure fact they know.
Yes, they'll be like, oh, what a great invention noodles were. And did you know the Italians stole it from them? Da 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 da. Right? And you ask Indians, you're like, how do you feel about Asians? They'll be like, dirty. I'm wrong?
We keep it 100.
Yo, you got to bring her on the podcast, bro.
Oh, without a doubt.
You got to bring her on the podcast.
I mean, I'll bring her. I was actually,
What?
She'll wild out, though.
You think?
She'll wild out. Maybe, or she'll be too shy. I don't know. I'm curious.
Yeah. Your dad was funny, too.
Yeah, my dad funny in his little pocket.
Yeah, just like, this is their reaction to like saying anything salacious. They just say it, and then they go, this is how we feel.
I love that, though. You got to respect that.
Yo, there's comfort in it.
God.
Anyway, so here we are. I'm out in Buffalo, and I was questioning whether or not to tell you guys about this, but I want to tell you. The guy that opened for me did a guest spot for me. A really nice guy's name is Joe Sib. Right. Currently, he's on tour with Metallica, opening up for Metallica. Right. Now, Metallica is, for all you young kids, is one of the biggest metal bands in history. One of the biggest rock bands in history.
Yeah.
You old fuck.
It's true. Yo, we mad old. Matter of fact,
Fuck
as you
world.
guys are
No, I
listening
said
to
you
this.
old fuck. No, don't say we.
Oh, you old too?
Nah, chill.
Yes, you are. Look how you
Nah,
dress.
I'm early 30s, baby.
Son, look how he's dressed.
Early 30s, dumb old, dog.
Look
Nah,
at how
God.
Alex is dressed. Can we look and just
Yo,
acknowledge?
all right, I do dress for comfort, but still.
Nah.
That's not an older sentence on earth
Nah, bro.
than I dressed for comfort.
But you know, I just want to acknowledge this.
You look like you still locked up.
I did think about that when I got
Son,
dressed.
you know what you dress like? You dress like the Puerto Rican girl that like had enough with men, so she becomes a lesbian at like 42, but she got
Oh
kids
my
and
God.
everything. You know what I mean?
Nice baggy
And
sweats
Eminem.
behind these hips.
Oh, fuck. Eminem is great.
He does dress like
You
Eminem.
look like a female PE teacher.
Why you gotta be female?
Because that's a female color. You wearing beige?
This shit
It
is
is sexy.
creamy.
Is it?
It brings out my skin tone.
I guess. I don't know.
You know, I've been hearing I'm
Listen,
glowing.
man, I believe it if Wheezy told you, but anybody else, I don't believe it.
Anyway, so look. So I'm
Alex
watching
and
this
Wheezy is our
Metallica
Ross
show.
and Rachel. That's what I was saying
Yeah,
to you
yeah,
last week.
We're gonna
outta
get
here.
them to make it
That's
happen.
Disgusting.
So back to this Metallica show.
All right.
I'm at this Metallica show, and there's 22,000 people, sold out fucking arena. It was unbelievable. Joe is opening up for them as like a comic, also a Jim Brewer. So he takes me backstage, walks me to downstairs, the whole thing. I'm looking around. It's fucking unbelievable. And I start to realize, like, I'm not optimizing my live shows as much as I should.
How so?
So as a comic, what we focus on is our time.
Right.
Right? We go, I'm going to do my 45 minutes. And a lot of people don't know this, but like we often don't choose our opening acts. Like when I'm on the road in Omaha, the club chooses the opening acts. And a lot of times they don't even let you choose the act. They'll be like, oh no, it's really important to us that we develop the young comics in the area, et cetera. Now, when I'm watching Metallica and I'm seeing this whole fucking show that's orchestrated and put together, and I'm like, all I'm doing is worrying about my act on stage. And I got to make sure it's better than every other comic out there. But now, as someone who headlines and draws people, not in Buffalo, but who draws people to shows, the show starts when you enter the venue. And it stops when you leave the venue.
Okay.
This is not just my 45 minutes to an hour on stage.
Right.
It's the fucking night.
Right.
The second you walk into the venue,
Right.
there should be something that lets you know right off the bat.
That's interesting.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
I want a poster, Views from the Cis, welcome to Andrew Schultz's Views from the Cis tour. You know, if you are easily offended, easily triggered, sensitive, stop here, turn around,
That's great.
and walk out of the club.
great.
Set the tone immediately.
Yeah.
It's a little chuckle, but you're like, okay, the tone is set. The second you go into the room, there should be a playlist of music that's already going, right? Intercut with like some of my older jokes,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Intercut with keep it tight, dick talk, intercut 5 minutes to showtime, blah, blah, blah. Like it should get the fucking vibe going.
Put in podcast clips that are funny.
Exactly. That's what
You
I'm saying.
saying
Like,
reckless shit on Brilliant Idiots.
boom. All these things that we know, you know what I mean? Going. And then the comics that I have on the show should be curated by me. Even if they're local guys, I got to see the video of them.
Right.
Sometimes I'll have a fucking 62-year-old dude opening for me who does cruise ships. That's not going to be
Right.
Views from the Cis. That's not going to be my show.
Right.
So it was just one of these eye-opening things where I go, it is my responsibility as the entertainer
Right.
to start that night to the end. So you leave there going, fuck, that was an experience. Not
Yeah.
only was his stand-up the best show I've seen, when I walked into the club to when I left the club,
Yeah.
it was the best night
Right.
I've had.
That's dope.
And we got, as comics, we don't think about ourselves like that. A lot of times musicians are great. How can I take you through a whole night? You know,
Yeah.
fucking Taylor Swift is doing almost a play on stage with
Yeah.
all their actions. And we go up there and we sit on a stool and we tell jokes. It's
Yeah.
like, let's make it bigger, bro.
No, it's a great idea.
Let's
a great
fucking
idea.
make this a whole
Great
night.
idea. Yeah.
Like for the meet and greet, I should do that on the stage afterwards with music going and a different vibe. So
Yeah.
you're leaving there with something.
Yeah, we try to do that with the ABDCs, and like we're ending with all of us on stage at the same time, et cetera. What's a well-rounded show? But when you headline alone,
Yeah.
you're just like, well, I do my time.
I think that we
45
do.
minutes is a huge undertaking, but you're also like, I don't got the time to worry about that shit.
I think we do it. We just had a little light go out, but Alex gonna fix it. I think we do it. I think that the issue a lot of times is when we're doing it by ourselves, and a lot of people don't know this, but initially, what happened, Al? No, it works. Just undo it and put it back in. It just takes a little thing. So what initially happens is when we're on the road, we're not drawing.
Yeah.
Right? We're just doing the job. We're a hired gun.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
After you become a hired gun and you start to draw, now you have the responsibility of your show.
Yes, that's true.
When you're a hired gun,
you are a draw now. You made the transition this year.
Initially, you're a fucking substitute teacher.
I'm a substitute teacher.
Right. So you're subbing. Imagine you're the sub and you walk into the classroom.
I just got to make sure the lesson plan is tight.
Right. But imagine you're a sub and you walk into the classroom and you got music and you doing handshakes with all the kids and you doing this lesson plan here and this is how we're going to teach. And they're like, dude, you're gone tomorrow. Like, it don't matter. Like, what are you doing? Right. This is just our comedy club we come to. Once you become the night.
Right.
Curate that whole fucking thing. Right. And I'm saying this on the podcast now, and I almost didn't say it because I don't like saying how the sausage made, but I'm saying this because I want to keep myself accountable.
No, that's good.
I'm saying this so I do, and I'm going to try to put it together. I already spoke to Cypher Sounds, my guy who does stand-up. He comes on a row with me sometimes. Hilarious dude. But he's also a music guy.
Yeah.
And he understands putting on a show.
Right.
I'm like, let's make something. Anyway, I think that can be.
That's great.
No, that's a really good point. Because while we were out there in Europe, so many people were asking me about Kevin Hart. Every time I mentioned comedy, they were asking me about Kevin Hart. And like here, I kind of get the sense, like in America, it's like, we're kind of like over him or whatever.
Right.
Comedy-wise, like he still does movies or whatever. But over there, they see him as larger than life. And then the last show I've been to, like there was
fire on the stage,
like all like it looks like a crazy huge show. It does not look like a comedy show.
You know what I was thinking today? To that extent, I mean, this is a much lesser version, but there's a check spot in stand-up, right? When you're doing an hour, and about 30 minutes into the set, they drop checks, and you have to pay checks.
Which every comic hates.
Every comic. The great comedy clubs.
That? What does that mean?
So during the show, you have to pay for your check, your meal, during the headliner. About 30 minutes in, they drop the checks. And it usually takes around 10 minutes, say 10, 15 minutes to get everybody's checks paid and everything like that.
Yeah.
So this doesn't seem like a big deal, but think about you got 8 people that you came to the comedy club with. You don't get separate checks. You don't tell them separate checks. So they place the check on the table, just like you would at a restaurant. And then during the comedian set, while Andrew's on stage telling a joke, you're talking to your friend, hey, how much you want to put down? And then the whole fucking room is doing that. And a joke is so fragile. If you miss one word, you could miss the whole fucking thing.
Sure.
And this is 10 minutes. And then they come back and sign the bill. And it's waitresses, they're just in everybody's sight line. It's a whole thing.
The great comedy clubs, for example, The Cellar does it after the show.
Right.
Right? There's some great comedy clubs around the country that do it after the show for this very reason.
Okay.
Right? So what I'm thinking is, I'm doing an hour on stage. Let's say you drop at 35 minutes. I'm thinking I take an intermission. And I go, instead of having waitresses tiptoe around, I go, guys, this show is for you. I do this show every weekend. I don't want you to miss 10 minutes of this. Waitresses are going to give you these checks. Pay them shits real quick. Music kicks on. Pay them shits real quick. Instead of the waiters and waitresses handing out the checks, going back to the kitchen, coming back, it's just boom, boom, credit card, cash, this, that, the other. You all go, there's music going, this, that, the other. It's a fun vibe still. Everything's happening. And then, boom, I'm right back.
Yeah, what's interesting is that's what they do in London or in England.
Well, that's exactly. That's what they do with even here for like a long play.
Right.
Usually those plays are 2 hours.
Yeah.
Right? But what I'm thinking is, as long as you make it a show, as long as it's just not dead air.
Right.
Right? As long as there's something to hype up. And even the music that we choose for like the check paying, it could be funny.
On theme.
It could be humorous, right? Don't want to pay my bills, my bills, right? And then another one, like Cypher's so good with like music being comedic.
Right.
You know, so we could, and even have shit that's cut in. Yo, hurry up. Yes, tip. Yeah. Yes, you. Yeah. Tip. Like little things in it to keep it going. And then I come back and it could be even funny. Like there's things we could do even when I come back. We could have fucking costume changes like I'm Beyonce. Right. Do you know what I mean? Like there's so many different things that we should elevate stand-up. Yeah. There's all these other art forms that are so elevated in what they do, and we are so focused on the minutia of jokes that by the time we get a joke ready, we're like, let's give it to the world.
Fuck. Now I'm thinking you shouldn't have spoke about this shit.
I know.
Because other comedians listened to it, they
Good.
might jump the gun on
Yo,
you.
but
I'm
good.
gonna be honest, no comedian is doing that. No comedian has the confidence. No comedian has the ambition. Comedians are like, I'm comfy in the cut. I want to be laid back. I want to blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
There's not a lot of people with the self-confidence of Kevin Hart doing comedy.
Yo, and a lot of times comedians, we're so obsessed with what other comedians think. And once you let go of that, because at the end of the day, we want other comedians to like us because that's the highest compliment.
Right.
When a comic thinks you're funny, it's just great. It feels so fucking good. But comics aren't buying tickets for the show.
Nope.
You have to do the show for the people. And then what often happens is if you stay true to the art, but you care about the people going there, comics will recognize it and end up going, hey, that's some awesome shit. You know what I mean?
You know
By
what it's
not
like?
seeking, yeah.
It's like when you go to school and the kids who are trying, everybody makes fun of them. Like, look at this dork studying. Look at this dork being nice to teachers. That's how comics are.
And then he does really well and you fail, and then you're like, yo, you think you can help me with calculus?
exactly.
I appreciate
Exactly.
that. You help me with calculus.
Exactly.
Like, I'm sure initially when people saw me posting about the YouTube clips or posting videos or posting stand-up, I'm sure there were comics that were just annoyed by it. And then when the videos started hitting 1 million, now a lot of comics are coming to me asking me how the internet game works and the digital game works.
Right.
Now a lot of comics are posting their stand-up on Instagram and
Right.
posting their stand-up on YouTube, right? We meet any change initially with rejection, right? It was like some black dude drank out of a water fountain and white people were like, yo, come on, yo. You gonna take all the water with your big ass lips? You gonna take all the water?
How you compared your
I know.
fucking stand-up
That's what I'm like, wow.
to Rosa Parks and water fountains is
Son, I'm the
crazy.
Harriet Tubman of YouTube comedy, bro.
Oh my God.
Bro, I Underground Railroaded my shit, son.
I feel like on behalf of black people, I gotta just shut you up.
Let
on
us
this
be
one.
free.
Like,
Yo.
Let us be free.
3 weeks ago, he compared himself to Jesus about something. I forget what it was. They judged Jesus before he put himself on the cross. You remember that?
Bro,
You wildin'.
bro, that was Jesus' tiger moment. You don't remember that?
That's what it was. Jesus is tiger.
oh my God.
Bro, I'm wild, bro. Anyway.
You know what my cousin said?
What you said?
He told me this yesterday. He said, Andrew Schultz is to this day the craziest person I've met in my life, and I'm a psychiatrist.
Why? What happened?
He's a forensic psychiatrist. He speaks to like convicts who murdered people.
Yo.
And he said, Andrew, I'm not even lying, is the craziest person I've ever met in my life.
Why? Why he said that?
He said the first thing he said to him,
Yeah.
he was staying at your place. He had med school interviews, and I was out of town for like an extra day or something.
Yeah.
And then I was like, yo, Andrew's very hospitable. Yeah, he can stay with me, whatever. So
Yeah.
he stays there. And then we get there somehow around the same time. And the first thing you say to him, you ask, I get in like an hour after. You say, how's your flight? And then I say, it sucks. I'm never flying with a layover again. And you go, and this is the first sentence he says around my cousin. He goes, oh, God, layovers. Isn't that for like people with AIDS?
No, I didn't.
Fam, my
Yo.
cousin, a fucking doctor, psychiatrist, he deals with AIDS patients all the time.
Bro, but that's true though. Do you want to be on a flight with a guy with AIDS for 6 hours or longer, even 12? Think about that. He's sneezing,
A
getting the AIDS
layover's
up
a
in
change of planes.
That's
Oh
right,
my
because you
God.
imagine you sneeze 7 times on a flight with AIDS, right? Son, now we all got it almost.
He was like, he told me about it yesterday. He was like, I didn't even know him. You know what I mean? Like,
That's so
you don't know
Son,
me.
That's hilarious.
Son, he was in my house, bro. I was me testing the waters to see if he got AIDS.
That might explain why I like you so much.
Yo, but let me
I think
clarify
I'm
my
awful-
point
all right,
with the
go
water fountains, right? Is that like eventually there were white folks that were like, oh. Eventually there were white folks that were like, oh, maybe we should stop being racist pieces of shit and just share the fucking water fountain.
Which is just like YouTube comedy.
Which is the same thing as fucking YouTube, guys. Right?
Yo.
Like there's a
Oh,
yo,
fuck.
low key, no bullshit. I've been doing this show at the Cellar, this Comedy Central show is
Yes.
this week at the Cellar, right? And I've been seeing like what they're doing, Comedy Central, literally copying my exact format. So they have a thing they do, the joke a week now.
Oh, really?
Right? They have a Comedy Central stand-up page, which is just stand-up, but clips of stand-up. They're not putting their whole specials. They're just putting their clips up. Now they have a Meet This Comic in 5 Jokes, which is essentially 551 or 441, where they're like 12 to 15-minute joke sections. They're just 5 jokes pieced together. All I'm saying,
No, I agree.
they're drinking out the fountain now. Do you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? They got thirsty. They got real thirsty, right? They got real thirsty, and your boy was over here like, some delicious ass water.
I swear to God.
I didn't bring it full circle.
I'm gonna get killed for this.
I didn't bring it full circle.
People don't even know you black, man.
No, but they praised me for speaking up when Abdi was here. And now they're going to be like, wow, you just let Andrew compare himself to being a civil rights leader.
Can we acknowledge that I'm the Al Sharpton of comedy?
Okay.
Yo, you can have Al Sharpton.
Yeah, you can have Al Sharpton.
Ain't nobody going to not give you Al Sharpton.
Hold on.
No. You got Al Sharpton.
Look like he got Zika. Of course you can have Al Sharpton.
Put it this way. Okay.
Who the fuck?
Al
civil rights leader taking mirror
taking
selfies.
layovers.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, that's a win.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man, that's how you wrap up a topic.
Yo, that's how we wrap it up. Just like those dicks that people were fucking unprotected that ended up getting them some fucking AIDS. We flagrant today. We keeping it flagrant.
Oh, my God.
I guess the point is be open-minded, everybody. Do you know what I mean? That's all I wanted to say. Now, what's the problem with Apu? And then we're going to get to some sports, but...
The problem with Apu is he getting taken off The Simpsons. That's the problem with Apu.
Wow.
Why are we losing representation?
So, for everybody that doesn't know, The Simpsons had a very prominent Indian character on the show, ran the convenience store, the 7-Eleven
The Quickie Mart.
The Quickie Mart, named Apu. And there's a comic by the name of Hari Kondabolu that did this documentary called The Problem with Apu.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the crux of the documentary?
I don't want to speak too much on it because I don't want to speak ill of an Indian comedian.
That's fair.
But
and I'm not trying to position you to do that, but just so people know.
But the idea was that like this was hurtful growing up. Not even as much to him, I think, was to his parents. How it kind of like erased their identity and just put this caricature, I guess, or whatever, in their something. I don't know.
Would it be fair to say that The Simpsons, like most cartoons, play off of stereotypes
Every
of a culture?
Character is a stereotype.
Right. There's a Scottish character on that show.
Groundskeeper Willie.
Groundskeeper Willie.
I
right?
mean, this motherfucker is a caricature of for real.
Right. And I don't think my folks ever, or like my mom's side ever felt uncomfortable by that. That she, you know, if anything, they were like, yeah, that is kind of how we are. We're just fucking drunken animals. Right. So
he's also a groundskeeper at an elementary school. Apu owns his own business.
Right.
Successful, hardworking, loyal, honest. Groundskeeper Willie's a drunk fucking maintenance. He's doing the lawn. He's mowing the lawn.
Yeah.
I love that the black guy's a doctor.
Well, it's interesting, like, when you think about the show, right? It's like the minorities on the show tend to be empowered.
Yeah.
The black dude's a doctor. I don't know
another one works at the nuclear plant. He's one of Homer's friends.
Right.
Lenny and whatever.
Lenny, yeah.
The only people who own the business are the old dude that looks like Larry David.
Yeah, Mo. Yeah.
No, Mo is the bar owner.
Yeah. Oh, and then
the power plant is Mr. Burns.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And
Larry David.
And then your boy Apu.
Yeah.
Yet somehow showing that he owns a Quickie Mart, which is what the fuck y'all do when y'all come here.
Wow. I mean, I know, man.
Do they not?
It's not. Listen,
when you walk in a bodega, are you surprised if the motherfucker is Dominican?
It's not the only. And I'm not saying this at you. I'm saying this so I don't sound like a fucking whatever. Yeah, it's not the only thing we do. But do I know Indians who own convenience stores? Multiple.
Son,
absolutely.
Have you gone into a Dunkin' Donuts that wasn't owned by an Indian?
Hell no. And to be honest, if I did, I would walk out. Swear to God, I don't trust that shit. You out of your fucking mind,
I'm drinking this trash-ass coffee to support my people,
and
now some white man is behind the counter.
Only reason I go to Dunkin'. See brown faces.
Subway.
Support brown businesses. Subway. Hell
Subway
yeah.
sandwiches.
Hell yeah, Subway. That's why the quality gone downhill in the past 15
Son, they
years.
started making it out of. All I gotta say is this. All I gotta say is this. They started making the bread out of yoga mats. Where's yoga from? Yoga's from India. Once these motherfuckers started franchising the Subway,
Yo,
now you got yoga mats in the bread.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The meat ain't really meat no more, and where do most vegetarians live?
Oh shit!
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Wow, y'all really on it.
Yo, it's our greatest hustle.
Y'all really on it.
The cookies still slap though.
Cookies
Them
are the
cookies
best in
bomb,
America,
son.
dog.
Them
I
cookies
fucks with
bomb,
them cookies.
son. And you know there's something radioactive in them cookies because I never had one cold. Right? The cookies be there for fucking 3 months on the little slant, and they take it out. It's like, why is it steaming? Indians, what y'all did to the cookies to make it hot always?
Science, bro. It's
Y'all
science.
really
It's
scientists.
science, man. That's what we do.
That's where the people go who got like a 1500 on the SAT.
You know how old we are that we're still doing 1,600 SAT scores?
No, it went back.
I went back.
Yeah,
Thank
it went
God.
They
I
tried
was
to make
date
it 24,
myself.
and then all of our references got dated. But, so Apu,
Yeah.
what recently happened because of the backlash of this documentary is the Simpsons said they're killing off the character or canceling the character.
Gonna remove the character from the show. I don't think he's
Now-
getting murdered, but
I haven't spoken to you about this. I retweeted a couple things.
right.
I'm curious what your take is on it.
I hate it.
First, before we even go there, what is your take on Apu?
I don't mind him. Is it annoying when people say "thank you, come again" in their terrible Indian accents? Yeah. I actually think Hank Azaria's Indian accent is good for a white guy. It's a little crazy that you have a white guy doing this voice, but I also understand the show came out in the 80s when I didn't know a single Indian even dreaming of being in this business.
Right.
Not to say they didn't exist, but I didn't know them.
Right.
And I'll also say this, Samurai Jack is like an anime cartoon voiced by a black dude. It's supposed to be a Japanese guy.
Right.
So this happens in the voiceover world.
Sure.
Because you're not looking at the person, you're just going for the...
And you're doing multiple characters, right?
Yeah, Hank Azaria, I think he does the cop.
There's a
Chief
bunch
Wiggum.
of yeah.
He
He's
does a
going to do a
couple.
bunch of things.
So,
it's
yeah.
like, do I hire one person's salary for these characters, or
Right.
do I hire 7?
Now, if you wanted to replace him now with a brown dude, okay, I guess.
Right.
I still don't think it's necessary, but yeah, that'd be great. Another job for a brown dude, great.
Yeah.
But I don't. If this is traumatic for anyone or like whatever, go fuck yourself. Hindu Americans have had it the easiest of any immigrant group in this country, going all the way back to Irish, Italian. Everyone has had it easier than Hindus. Sikh Americans who wear the turban, they get shit.
You're saying that everyone's had it
Harder
harder
than
her-
Hindus.
Yeah.
Sikh Americans take shit, the turbans.
Yeah.
Muslim Americans take a lot of shit for sure.
Right.
Hindu Americans.
Do you think it's deserved for them though, because they're the bad guys?
Wait, you ask me questions you already know the answer to.
Guys, Fox News says they're the bad guys. They snuck into the
My
caravan.
parents say they're the bad guys.
Great dinner conversation. Can we have some pork for dinner? Is it? Of course.
Is this a Patreon episode?
Say what?
Is this
I
a
know,
Patreon
we going in like it's
episode?
Patreon.
You
so
forgot.
we're really going
You're
in.
forgetting
We
sometimes.
gotta let them know. We don't fuck around.
The
It's
only one who
flagrant
switches
shit.
up is Kaz. Kaz lets loose on the Patreon. Everybody else,
Oh.
we keep it consistent.
Yeah.
Patreon Kaz, a monster.
Beast.
Yo.
Just beast.
All right. But yeah, I don't. Here's my feeling always. I've had auditions where I go in and I'm like, yo, I'm not okay with this role. And my barometer is always, if you ask me to do an accent, I don't think it's offensive. For me to say an accent is offensive is saying I am embarrassed by an accent, and that's saying I'm embarrassed by how my parents sound.
Ooh.
I'm proud of how my parents sound. I am proud of an Indian accent. I remember some Indians saying like girls in an Indian accent are like a automatic turnoff, and I was like, fuck that.
No, that's
I
Boston.
refuse to let that happen.
Yeah.
Boston, of course.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, but that's just,
Yeah.
white women. But
I'm sorry. Excuse me? Hold on. That was too far. Do you
No.
know how important they are to Alex? This man just got free from prison. And
Yo,
he's
Alex.
finally getting back into the white for JJ.
Alex, how good does it feel to tell white women you got locked up for being black in Sweden? That's your problem with Apu right there. That's your problem with Apu. This is my struggle to get white women to fuck me.
Yo, think about all the white bitches who weren't giving you no pussy because you didn't do a bid.
Yo, right?
You know what I mean? Like you weren't doing enough to fit their racist perception.
Yeah. And you're safe. The only dangerous thing about you is you pronounce ask X.
I'm trying to correct it, but I gotta try so hard.
What, axe?
Axe.
Yeah, like ass.
What is it?
You make it sound so corny.
How you love ass so much, but you can't say ask? Right? You got a big
K.
five.
Black people got an aversion to the letter K, fam. The letter K has
too
not
many
been
K.
kind to black people.
Exactly. See?
Yo,
rival
let me, yo, what is it called when instead of having a regular cup of coffee, you just get a double? Like they're shots of what?
Come on, I don't see it right either.
Just say it.
I'm trying it out. Espresso. Oh, you're
My man put 3 H's. He put 3 H's in his breath.
Hey.
He went. Espresso. Espresso. You sound like a white person trying to roll their R's.
Oh, my
Rapido.
Oh my God. Because you could tell he focused. Like you were trying so hard, you lean into the mic, and then espresso.
Espresso. Now just say it how you would say it if you just asked for. Let me get a double.
Espresso.
Espresso.
Yeah.
Put an X in that bitch.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn, bro.
I don't know.
It's all good.
Yeah, you know.
It's all good, bro.
All right. Anyway, yeah, I don't. My barometer for whether or not something is racist is if I have an accent. Is the accent the thing they're making fun of, or am I just a guy with an accent who is funny? If the thing they're making fun of, I had an audition for Deadpool, and I was like, I didn't want to be like, you remember the Indian cab driver? I didn't. The very beginning of Deadpool, and he's in the second one too. He's like an Indian cab driver, and I kind of threw the audition because I was like, I'm not gonna tell my agent fuck this and storm out, but like I don't want this part.
Right.
But when they initially wrote it, the lines were like, I have an accent, and I'm saying like, oh, this is my future wife. We haven't met yet, but she's gonna make a very suitable bride, and all this stuff. I was like, I think you're just making fun of Indians, and I just don't want to do that. I'm cool on that. But Apu,
Right.
you're not making fun of his Indianness. I'm sure there's some jokes, for sure. But he's also, like I said, a successful business owner who's smarter and better than everybody in the town. He's the least flawed guy throughout 30 seasons.
Right.
You know what I mean? Moe's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Barney's a drunk. Homer's a fucking ape. Chief Wiggum is the cop who's a fucking loser.
Right.
The politician's crooked as fuck. Apu, relative to all of them, is a good man with an Indian wife. You don't see that very much in American TV or film.
Representation on both sides.
You know what I mean? Had an arranged marriage, thought his girl was beautiful. Wasn't like,
Right.
you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I just never thought they were making fun of him.
Question. We make fun of people. We've done it a lot this episode. We
Right.
made fun of different cultures, different
For sure.
races, all these kind of things. We do it every single week, ourselves included.
Yeah.
Is it wrong to make fun of somebody?
No.
I mean, you do it.
No. Actually, this academic, Leah, sent me a tweet to one academic, and this is exactly what we've talked about on this. She said, like, excluding Apu from The Simpsons actually, like, sends a message of racism or something like that. The idea of The Simpsons is we make fun of every race, so when we're making fun of Indians as well, they become normal, they become a part of the thing. Exactly. We've talked
What
about
I
this.
always say is like, if you're not willing to make a racial joke about a certain community, you don't view them as equal to you.
Nope.
Right? That's how I know somebody's truly open-minded. If they're making jokes about somebody,
Yep.
that's clearly a joke. I'm like, you're comfortable enough. You see them as an equal. If you refuse to, you're protecting them because in your mind, you don't think they can handle it. You're babying them. You're treating them like a girlfriend. You're treating them like a child, right? And
Like a girlfriend.
real talk, like I won't rip my girl or something like that like I'll rip my boys because I don't think she can physically handle the chastising like I have. But you guys, I'll be ruthless with because I treat you as equals and you guys are ruthless with me and I'm never fucking upset. I just let you guys make fun of me.
Absolutely not.
So it's like, in my mind, maybe it's because I value humor so much, the true value of equality is when you go at somebody because you're like, you just like me can handle this.
No, absolutely. And maybe I'm different because I'm like a 5'7" dude and I don't want pity. But to me, when you treat me with kid gloves, I get fucking infuriated. Yeah, I'm capable of handling a little joke.
Yeah.
I'm not some bitch.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to do this.
Yeah, no, that's annoying. So your feeling is you're more upset that Apu was being removed.
Yeah, it's reactionary. It's stupid. It's weak.
You also said something that was interesting. You're like,
our country was a third world country. Now it's climbing out and doing incredibly well. And people predict it could be a superpower in like 50 years or whatever. A lot of people are saying that.
Yep. Everybody wants into the Indian economy. That is the hot economy right now. How do you get in?
Yeah, and it's hard work and it's education. And we got issues for sure. But like, we're climbing. And then here, the second generation Indians, our parents don't give a fuck
about Apu.
Never cared that he was there. Don't even know that he's getting removed. But if you told them, they'd be like, why?
Right.
Here, the kids that came here, born here, can't handle a fucking cartoon character.
Right.
Like, think of what your parents accomplished. Think of what our family in India is accomplishing.
Right.
And you can't handle a cartoon character. It's embarrassing.
So, like, the same... You're more upset that you guys are not exhibiting the same strength that got you here.
Exactly.
And that strength, being able to overlook a fucking joke, is what allows you to succeed.
We have never given a fuck. We have never been a sensitive people.
Right.
We have never. My parents are not sensitive.
Right.
Hari interviews his mom.
I know. Trust me. I'm aware.
Hari interviews his mom in the
Right.
documentary. And mom gives a great answer. And she's just like, no, I don't see what the big deal is.
Do you think that he was piggybacking off of this thing?
I'm not going to answer. You can posit any theory you like to.
I don't want to put you in a position.
If this is a Patreon episode, I'd be more honest because I feel like my view on any Brown beef I have, and you know there's a few Brown entertainers I intensely dislike and a few that I really fuck with, but it's family to me. And I won't talk shit about my family outside of the family, but within the family, I'm dragging these motherfuckers.
Right. Okay. Got you. That makes sense. Yeah.
Patreon, that's family. So you ask me on Wednesday, you got answers.
Yeah. And again, I have to watch both the documentary and watch more Simpsons. I just don't know that much about, I'm not like schooled in the Simpsons.
Right.
So I can't say exactly. But if I was someone who has built a career based on victimology, this seems right up my alley.
I mean, it's in there is a power in victimhood in America right now.
Sure. So it's like, I can be a victim of this cartoon. Here's a great thing to do it.
Yeah.
Of course, a network greenlights it because it seems woke.
Right. And
now we have a thing. But ultimately, am I doing it because I need this justice served to Apu? Or am I doing it because I need a little heat? I made people talking about me.
Some people were, mostly Indians were on board with what I was saying. One or two had problems with it, and then a lot of non-Indians had things to say.
It's always them, right? All the people you were fighting with on Twitter were like these.
It wasn't even just white dudes. It was a Cho in there. There was some African dude.
A what?
Something Cho, Nina Cho or something.
Asian.
Yeah.
I thought Cho, and I was like, is that some kind of Hawaiian?
Yeah. No, I didn't want to. I don't know what a Cho is. Is that one of the Chineses?
One of them Chinese.
Korean Chinese, Japanese Chinese, I don't know.
I need to share something with you because it's so fucking unbelievably funny, but continue.
But yeah, and one guy hit me with this like, they got all these big words they try to throw at you to make it seem like they're being profound when they're not saying anything.
Dude, all you gotta do is call him gay. That shit cuts right through when they're like, we have to apologize for the establishment and the way they be like, oh, are you gay? And then all those big ass words are just cut by three, what is it called, letters?
Also, all these terms, and you had talked about this a while ago. We need terms that we can battle them with, liberals, where they say like, you're victim blaming, you're something.
Yeah, yeah, we do. Yeah, Akaash. Yeah, we do, you fucking Indian, you. Spell onomatopoeia.
Fuck.
Get it up, Alex.
The fuck?
Alex about to spell that. E-S-P-R. E-S-S-O. Onomatopoeia.
O-N-O.
No, you have to say it in a sentence.
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
I will. This chick was asking, where should I urinate? I was like, onomatopoeia on her. Ooh, that was a bad joke. That was a really bad joke. Guys, hold on. Let me see if this makes it better. Where should I be? I should be on up. Yo, Yo, that's what these writers are doing, right? Like, this joke ain't funny. Put that Indian accent over. It's going to kill.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, onomatopoeia, go.
Derivation, please?
What?
That's what they asked the spelling bee. I'll be watching that shit. That's my Super Bowl, bro. I'll be watching that shit every year, fam.
Son, I was about to tell you to use that word in a sentence. Derivation.
Where is it derived from?
Oh,
what
where
language?
does it come from?
Yeah.
Obvious. Onomatopoeia. It's a Native American word.
Okay.
It's a Native American word for, oh, shit, these necklaces ain't worth that much anymore. Whoo! Bro, I tap out. Yo, I was saying necklaces, bro. Like, you know what they traded for Manhattan?
I thought that's where you were going, but you didn't finish it
I
out.
be striking
you
out,
gave
bro.
up. You gave up.
Fuck, all right, let me try it one more time.
Okay. All right.
How? Necklace not worth same amount of money in future. So
man.
much funnier with the accent, bro. Okay, let me get on my shit, but you keep saying. Go.
O-N-O.
Then we're going to talk sports because we already went a long time without it.
M-O. Really? I'm
You
already
lost,
wrong?
sucker.
What is it?
Spelling that shit like a Pakistani.
Onomatopoeia.
P-O-E-I-A.
Yeah.
What is it?
I was off by one letter.
All right, whatever.
I got
What does that mean?
It's a word that's a sound. Splash.
Oh,
Okay.
there you go.
Ready?
Crash.
This guy is some fucking Hawaiian dude. I just saw him on Instagram. The Instagram name is Clownin808. He just tells stories like super Hawaiian accent.
All right.
It fucking drives me, dude. Just watch this guy.
Hey, how's this story from last night? Cause we were in D&B's, bro. You know how it goes Wednesday night partying, trying to grab some skeezers. And one chick with a blue dress on. Hey, donkey butt, cause Don Quixote. Hey, she had on fucking blue dress. Peacock earrings, bro. I said, yes, sir. Peacock earrings on my dresser in the morning. Oh, man, I wait till the lights turn on. I go look for her. Hey, this fuck went dig out, bro. I was all sick. Had one straggler left, bro. She was down. Cause I was all ripped. I ended up taking him home, you know. It goes, hey, we get back to my house. She started kissing me. I was like, you know what I mean? Fuck. She started kissing my neck, started going down. I was like, okay, right on. She gonna suck my quad. Oh, man, she started sucking my nipples, bro. I was like, what the fuck? Hey, started licking them up and down. Like, bro, what the fuck you doing? She goes, oh, you don't like that? I said, no, bro, the fucker is ticklish, bro. Don't do that. Oh, okay, suck him then.
Bro, this guy, dude, I'm fucking dying at this dude. Last one.
Last year when I went to Camelot.
When I went to Camelot.
I had to fight one dragon. This fucker went across my path. We locked eyes. He's like, what, you fucker? He started throwing fire at me. Rah, rah. Oh, I was like, cause I only had one shield and one sword. I was trying to slip underneath the flames. Cause I ended up poking this fucker with my sword, but the dragon scales was impenetrable, asshole. I had to like fuck his shit. Next time he blow fire, slip underneath with my shield. Boom, I crawl underneath this fucker. Boom, I slip my finger right in his fucking doodle hole. His dragon started getting Right, yeah. Cause this dragon, cause I said, bro, you better beat it, dragon, cause I'm gonna fuck you up. Bro, this fucking dragon just said, fly away. You fucking nuts, cause fly away. Boom, all these chicks was like, you're my hero. Oh, I took 2 black chicks home on Tongan chick. The Tongan chick had gold teeth. I'd snake that fucker when she's sleepy.
Bro, I am bombing tonight,
Yeah.
bro.
I didn't find that.
That was 2 minutes.
I didn't find that
How you
funny
pull up
at
a new
all.
video after you bombed once?
Guys, I'm sweating, bro. I never sweat on this podcast. I'm out here sweating. Woo! Let's talk about some sports, guys. Y'all want to talk about some sports? Hey, y'all want to talk some sports?
Oh my God, that was so bad.
Oh, I thought it was so funny. Maybe it was just me.
But yo, you know, last thing I'll say about accents.
Yeah.
If we want to go at people who are exploiting accents,
Yeah.
you're gonna take down an Indian god.
Ooh, Russell Peters.
Yes, who I respect the fuck out of. I love Russell, but his entire act is accents, and it's not always Indian accents. A Chinese person could easily be like, "That's offensive," blah blah blah, and then he just can't do it anymore. And then you took away a significant chunk of his act. I don't want to say act, but like of one of his strengths.
It is weird. I don't understand why accent is offensive.
It's not.
It is
It's and the reason he's the biggest comic in the world is because it's funny everywhere in the world.
That's right. He relates
The
to it,
way
yeah.
people speak is always funny
Yeah.
somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's easy to understand and relate. There's not.
Yeah,
you
I don't have to
like,
know the nuances of fucking.
Right.
If I'm watching Saturday Night Live, I got to know what the
like
fuck happened.
politics. And
I don't watch
what
enough
Stormy
news to give a
Daniels
fuck
did.
about
Yeah.
anything on that show.
Yeah.
I don't care who raping who. I don't care. Just fuck. You know what I mean? Just do a funny sound.
What a crazy thing to say, Akaash. This guy's just talking about rapes. Alex.
Let's get to sports.
All right, bro. Jesus, we just wanted to do a little up top.
I didn't want you to bother again.
Some shit happened and they piling on, bro. They piling on me, bro. They're trying to hold me down, bro.
Yeah.
Trying to fucking
man.
hold me. I feel like,
Trying to make you drink at the wrong water fountain, fam.
bro, they really are, bro. This is so crazy, bro.
That's how Jesus felt, dog. Don't worry about it.
God damn. They don't want me to win out
You
here.
ain't nothing but
man.
Moses out here, bro.
Holy shnikes, man.
All right.
All right, listen. Something happened in Boston this weekend. I don't know, not this weekend, but I think it was yesterday. Some shit happened
What
in
happened?
Boston. I don't know.
Another marathon.
I hope it wasn't
They
anything.
threw more tea?
They might have
Oh,
thrown more
fuck.
tea or some shit. I don't know.
Yo.
Some shit happened because I saw people tweeting about it,
Right.
but I didn't know exactly what was going on.
Who knows?
Whatever. Anyway, if y'all know, just let us know. Something must have happened, but I'm not exactly sure. But I'll tell you something that definitely happened that I know for sure.
What up?
Ty Lue got fired.
That
His
was
ass
where I was
got
gonna leave
fired.
it too. Boy.
Oh boy.
The LeBron gravy train stopped coming in. It was a wrap.
What's your feeling on him getting fired? Douchebag move by Cleveland. Why do it so early in? Do they really think that a coaching change is going to be the difference?
I'm surprised they gave him 6 games. I think that was generous. They said,
go.
listen, LeBron wanted you here.
Right.
The only reason you're here is because LeBron wanted David Blatt gone, who might have been a good coach. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So we brought in LeBron's guy. You won a championship. Good for you.
Right.
You made it to the next 2 years. You mismanaged the fuck out of game 1, along with J.R. Smith. You could have just as easily called a timeout. As soon as everybody realized what J.R.'s ass was doing, as soon as he turned around and ran to the three-point line, coach should have called a timeout. You're the coach. You fucked that game up almost as much as J.R., if not just as much because you're the head coach.
It's fair.
Nothing you've ever done has impressed anybody on a tactical front. But
I think
LeBron is
defensively
gone.
for a moment they were
Fair enough.
solid.
I'm probably not giving him enough credit.
Okay.
But LeBron is gone. Let's see what you got. They opened the fucking season 0-6. 0-6 is not some shit that just happens and you recover from
Right.
it. If you're already on kind of thin ice and then you're 0-6, you don't have to be here. Done.
It's fair. I'm just saying, do they think they're going to get more productivity from a new coach?
I don't think so. I think you could have just let Ty Lue bottom out all year, get your number 1 pick.
Get you the number 1 pick. I mean,
Do they have their number 1 picks though?
oh fuck! Did they trade away their pick?
Alex,
Can you
can-
check that out? Do they have a number 1 pick next season? That's interesting. Okay.
And this is another thing, side note, that annoys me about L.A. LeBron, as simply because I hate L.A.
Yeah.
Where was this patient-ass LeBron James when he was with Cleveland?
LeBron didn't want to stay in Cleveland that long, fam.
I guess not.
That's really what it was. I think LeBron was like, yo, let's do this, do the time, get the chip, get the fuck out of here.
Maybe you're right.
Right? Because what is it? Lost first year, won second,
Yep.
lost third,
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Lose first year. I want to get my ring here. Gets the ring. I have to defend the ring.
Right.
No, they don't.
They don't have their pick next year?
No.
Wow. Is it protected at all? Do you know?
I think it goes to the Hawks, but
It's got to be some kind of protection on it, unless they're
I can't-
complete
I don't see it.
apes. So if you look at the Hawks
Protected
first
top
round,
10 in 2019-2020.
okay,
So it's protected
yeah.
top 10.
So that's good. They'll have that, most likely.
Well, here's the thing. They need to get the most out of this fucking team that they can.
Right.
Because if they're so bad that they get that, oh, no, it's protected 1 through 10.
Yes.
So actually, keep Lou.
That's what I was thinking. Keep Lou, bottom out. That's one thing you could do. But I don't think it's a dick move to fire him. It might be dumb. The smarter move might be just tank, get Zion in there, whoever the fuck, if you can.
I mean, they are tanking. I mean, Kevin Love's toe hurts.
Oh,
Did
really?
you see this? Yeah,
No.
Kevin Love is. I think anybody, if they have even a little bit of an injury on that team,
Right.
they're just going to let him sit. And then let Colin Sexton just go nut. Just develop your confidence, develop experience out here. You have the ball. Learn how to take big shots. I mean, probably not going to have that many, but still.
Would you start trading your Kevin Love, your Tristan Thompson, if anybody wants Tristan Thompson?
You have Love locked up. I don't think Tristan has any trade value whatsoever.
They gave Love an extension, right?
Yeah. Love's locked up. There's no trade value whatsoever for Tristan. But Tristan is a formidable dude, and everybody was giving him credit. You gave him the cuck of the week shit in our notes for saying, they don't know what it's like to be a Cleveland Cavalier. They don't know the culture here. And what he's trying to do is reinstill the culture that was there when LeBron was there.
Right.
Right? And all teams have a great culture.
Right.
And what we mean by culture is the little things, like when you fall on the ground and,
Everybody
LeBron
comes
runs
help
over and helps you up. He goes, your brothers help you up. You don't help yourself
Right.
up. This idea of camaraderie, teamwork, we're all going here together
Right.
and we all sacrifice.
Right.
Right? Like, you are going to sacrifice your offensive game for the greater good. And it's easy to get a player to sacrifice their ego when everyone else is perceived to be sacrificing their ego as well.
Can I say why? First of all,
Sure.
I forgot who suggested. One of the Patreon producers suggested we do a cuck of the week every week.
Yeah.
A great idea. We're going to try to do that. But this is why I'm giving it to Tristan Thompson. So this is his quote, which goes to your point, but then I'll finish.
Right.
He said, at the end of the day, the only guys who really know what's expected every night are myself, of course, Kev, and Swish.
Right.
Everyone else has been 1 year, 2 year guys. They don't know the culture of being a Cavalier and what it takes and what's expected and what the fans expect.
Right.
First of all, there is no culture of being a Cavalier. There is a culture of having LeBron on your team,
Right.
and then the culture of Cavaliers outside of LeBron is miserable.
Well, that's what I think Tristan was trying to establish.
Well, that night that he had that quote, it was after having 6 points and 3 rebounds and the lowest plus-minus on the team with -16.
And that's fair. Look, it might not be the opportune night to do it, but do we fundamentally disagree with what he said from a team perspective? Because Udonis Haslem, who could have that exact same stat line, could criticize somebody on the Heat, right? He could criticize, who's the Heat's big man? I keep on forgetting. Who's like a numbnuts? Hassan Whiteside.
Yeah.
He could criticize Whiteside. He goes, he's not playing like a Heat player does, and that's not the culture of the Heat.
Right.
With 0 stat line. Right? Because he's got the equity.
Udonis Haslem's not married to a Kardashian.
Again, let's just...
And that's not to say...
I know, but how about this, right? Not
But
to
my
cut
point
you-
is the perception of Udonis Haslem has always been
Right.
basketball first, I don't give a fuck. Tristan Thompson, married a Kardashian, fancies himself a fashion icon. Like, you have all these things. You're not seen as this gridiron dude.
but was willing to do whatever it took to win that he was capable of. He rode the bench. Then when they put him in the starting position, he came out and busted his ass, and he played
true.
ball.
That's true.
What I'm saying is we might be giving him a perception based on how we perceive the Kardashians. Like, it's not like he was that committed to the Kardashians. Like, he did cheat.
Yeah. No,
Right?
and kudos to him for that. Props for
Yeah,
that.
obviously. Do you know what I mean? You got to check her.
Right.
So basically,
I don't think he cheated.
He's on tape cheating.
no.
Black men don't cheat.
What?
Men
I
don't
hate
cheat.
how y'all took this black men don't cheat.
Right, I tried to save you. Men don't cheat.
Men don't cheat.
Yeah.
It's all of us are in this together.
But black men especially.
It's the funniest.
It's amazing what has been taken from me, bro. Like, in a lot of ways, I'm the Jackie Robinson. I'm back, baby! I'm fucking back! Took about 10 minutes, but I'm fucking back! You know what I mean? Let's go! Let's fucking go! Y'all thought I was gone? No! I'm fucking back, bro!
Oh, man.
Shit.
Oh, good.
Y'all crazy out here. Fucking crazies, bro. Y'all are fucking crazy, bro.
Oh, man.
Anyway. Oh, you texting me?
Yeah.
All right, somebody's texting me. Anyway, point is this. Look, we're going to deal with that in a second. We got to keep this. Point of the deal is this. Tristan is saying the right thing, but because he dates a Kardashian, we don't like him saying it. It's easier to hop on him. But he's actually saying what you want a teammate to say. And if you do like that culture that exists there for the Cavs, which we do, they just are minus talent right now, you want them to play like that. You want them to sacrifice. You want them to play D, etc.
Yeah,
The
sure.
reality is with the Cavs right now is there's nobody to hold them accountable. The Cavs do not respect Lou. Why do they not respect Lou? Let's be honest. Because LeBron did whatever he wanted. So now that LeBron isn't there, enforcing,
You're right,
the
you're
respect
right.
was never straight to Lou. The respect was to LeBron. Right?
Right.
So now LeBron's there. It's like, who the fuck is this guy? We don't got to do nothing.
Here's
for him.
another thing, though. Tristan didn't to exclude yourself is not leader-like. To say at the end of the day, we don't know. You know, there's a lot of 1-2 year players, and the responsibility is me and JR and whoever to tell them this is not the way the Cleveland Cavaliers culture is, whatever. Yeah. He literally just excluded those three, who excluding J.R. Smith is already like, come on, man. J.R. Smith is the guy that you want to look to as the pillar of Cavaliers culture. The guy cost you game one of the finals by not knowing the score.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So to exclude yourself, it's not leader-like.
That's fair.
If you said
yeah,
I gotta do we.
Yeah, we are all not playing the way the Cavaliers should, but that's fair. Yeah. I agree with that. Don't exclude yourself and don't, further divide the team.
And that was off-putting. But you're right. You're right about Ty Lue. Nobody respects him. You respect LeBron. When he's gone, why the fuck do I respect Ty Lue?
I
saw Allen Iverson step over you.
I think that Ty Lue's going to L.A.
Oh shit. Mm-hmm.
I think Luke Walton. I think that LeBron is getting tired of Luke Walton. And what did I say earlier? The one thing that Ty brought to the Cavs, and not last season, but in prior seasons, was defense.
Right.
They could lock down. And that also has a lot to do with LeBron, of course. But
Tristan helped.
But Ty Lue, at least in LeBron's eyes, had good defensive schemes and they could do it. Now, what is the problem with the Showtime Lakers?
No defense.
Teams running up 140 points on you?
Yeah.
You shouldn't be losing 143 to 141 or whatever it is.
Right.
That should not be a scoreline. Right. You could put up 140.
Yeah.
And then the other team puts up 90.
Right.
You could put up 90 and the other team puts up 140. But you should not be losing.
Yeah.
Right? To me, what that says is there's no defensive culture on the Lakers. Maybe that takes time for them to gel. This is a new team. Or maybe there's a coach that's just incompetent defensively.
Right.
Which could be Luke. And LeBron will know very quickly whether he thinks that you can coach.
Right.
And he doesn't have that much time left in his career to be dilly-dallying. Okay? He let the what's-his-face dude have half a season.
David Blatt.
He let Blatt have half a season.
I think a season and a half.
No, I think just that half a season. They fired him at the All-Star break when they were the number one seed.
I think that was his second year. Second year, he got fired number one seed. First year, they lost in the finals. He didn't give a fuck about it. Then Ty Lue won, stepping in as the interim coach.
My bad. But still, they were number one seed.
Yeah.
Right?
But LeBron has already called him mulligan on this year. Or whatever the word is.
That's fair.
He's done.
That's fair. So maybe he brings in Ty Lue next year. Maybe it's this year.
Maybe he's an assistant.
Yeah, but you saw his tweet.
What'd he say?
After the firing, he was like, you know how to find me.
Yeah.
Really?
Look, if I'm Luke Walton, I'm sweating. Yeah. I'm sweating right now for multiple reasons. One, obviously you want to be a coach. But two, you want to be a coach of the greatest basketball player who's ever played. You do. You want to have that as opportunity as a coach.
Yeah.
Every coach wants that opportunity.
Sure.
And you're not really playing that well, and it is because of coaching. Like, you're losing very close games. The Lakers are, what are they, 2-6 or 2-4, something like that?
2-4, I think.
2-4, right? The Lakers could easily be 4-6.
4-2.
4-2.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about two very close games here, 4-2. So, you got a guy like LeBron James who says to Ty, hey, Ty, do yourself a favor, get fired. Well, how do I get fired? Just be insubordinate. Just don't do what the franchise tells you to do. The franchise is going to tell you to tank. You say, no, we're going to do everything we can to win. The franchise is going to say, well, we don't want to win too many games because blah, blah, blah. And then you go in there every single day. You're like, I need a trade. I need a trade for this person. I'm here to win, and that's what I'm going to do. And then Dan, whatever his name is, who's gotten multiple first fucking picks. This guy's the luckiest person in the draft in history, right? Is literally sitting there like, no, I want to lose.
Right.
Okay? We lose. And you're saying win, win, win. He's going to go get this guy the fuck out of here. You're freaking me out.
Yeah.
We got an interesting draft coming in next year. We got some talent.
And from what I understand, it's not deep. It's the top two players are nice. Everybody else is...
And throughout the year, we're going to see other people pop up.
Sure.
But we know those top two are going to be special.
Zion. You want R.J. Barrett or Zion.
Come on. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
I think it'd be very easy to get fired. I think a simple disagreement over what we're trying to do this year would get them fired. You literally have to tell the owner, Dan Gilbert, I'm not here to tank. I like winning. If you don't want to win, get rid of me.
Right.
Dan goes, bye. Who do we have? Some other buddy. It doesn't fucking matter because we're trying to tank.
Right.
Now you're free. Luke's got a month.
Yeah.
And if Luke don't fuck it up, he might be able to stay. But if he does, see you later. And who does LeBron ultimately enjoy playing for? Or with, maybe I should say. Who gives him full reign? Who doesn't get in his way? Who lets him tune out in the what's it called, during timeouts? You watch LeBron during timeouts with the Lakers, you think he's paying attention? He's already checked out from Walton.
That's interesting. I'd like to see.
Watch. Pull up clips. They show clips. Already checked out. It's done. And I bet you it's defensively. I bet you it's like this guy's incompetent defensively.
What a fucking thing to be that smart. My man is Will Hunting, dog. He's just sitting there frustrated with everybody else's intelligence and lack thereof.
So at this show in Buffalo, there's this guy that looked like Down syndrome Matt Damon. Right? And I go, listen, not so good, Will Hunting.
Oh, man.
I was just fucking roasting this guy. But LeBron knows. I think he knows that soon. Like when we see stand-ups on there, on stage, we know very quickly
if they're competent or not.
If they're competent or not. Furthermore, we know very quickly if they have a future or not. I can tell if a comic will be funny, even though they're not
There's
yet.
people who I've seen turn a corner and you're surprised, but for the most part, you're just like, nah, you have it or you don't.
We see it.
Yeah.
We just fucking see it. LeBron is that. I'm not saying he's as good as us, but LeBron is... do you know what I mean? Like, he's not Jesus. Do you know what I mean? He's John or Joseph or whatever, one of the other guys, you know? Remember when I thought there was 13 of them at the dinner?
Your lack of Bible knowledge is astounding. Like
What do you mean? I know a lot about it. I read it.
I know.
There's the snakes. There's the Jews. There was a lot of Jews out there.
Yo, you were tweeting me as you were you listening to the Bible audiobook?
Yeah.
And it was just like, you were just laughing like, yo, this is wild.
Son, it's mad wild, the Bible. You got to listen to that shit. It's crazy out there. Anyway. Point being, I think it's by Luke. Writings on the wall.
I would like to see LeBron get an actually good coach. Always. I've always wanted to see LeBron with a truly good coach.
And he's had the opportunity to, and he's chosen not to. And that's what lets me know, like, on some level, while he respects Pop, on some level, while he respects Kerr or Phil Jackson or any of these.
Phil.
Maybe not Phil, but like, that's right. But while he respects these guys, on some level, he doesn't. On some level, he's like, what you do is not so hard that I can't do it while I play.
Yeah.
And I've never been a professional basketball player to say otherwise, but there is a track record of guys who could do it. I mean, Bill Russell.
Bill Russell did it.
Amazing IQ, amazing ability on the court.
Yeah, but Bill Russell is 14-0 in Game 7s. Bill Russell has 11 championships.
Sure. He also played against all white guys. There was like 3 black guys in the league. Yeah.
LeBron doesn't always win.
He was the YouTube of basketball in a lot of ways when you think about it. He was.
He's the Andrew Schultz of the NBA.
He was the Andrew Schultz of the NBA. If you think about it. No, Russ was. Maybe that's what happened in Boston this weekend. Was it his birthday or something?
It's so funny because it's so ridiculous.
Yo, maybe they opened like the millionth Dunkin' Donuts in Boston.
That's what I think it is.
Yeah, they serve like the millionth slice of cream pie or something.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's going to be a parade later this week. You know,
it will probably be for the millionth Dunkin'
Yeah.
in Boston.
Right.
Or like maybe like the millionth hate crime. Do you think that is it?
Shit.
Or like the millionth wife was abused? I think it was one of those things
by
that
a guy
probably
named
happened.
Sully. Yeah.
How often you think you hear this in Southie? Sully, stop! Sully, stop it! Sully, put down the pool cue! Sully, please! Why are you chalking it? You don't have to chalk it to hit me with it. Please, Sully.
Oh, fuck. All right.
Anyway, we can get off LeBron. Tons of different things happen this week, but I think that's the future.
Yeah, at some point, we need to talk about the Raptors as championship candidates. Maybe we don't do that today because they're 6-0, 7-0.
Dude, I think we're all seeing right now how much better a player Kawhi Leonard is than DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah.
And it goes back to our conversation that we had, and it was what's the difference between a special talent and a special player? Kawhi is a special player because he can produce offensively, but he's also willing to lock down defensively.
Right.
And DeMar is a shit effort defender. He's got all the athleticism in the world, chooses not to apply it to defense.
Right.
Simple as that. Kawhi's got all the athleticism. I don't think that DeMar is more athletic. Sorry, Kawhi is more athletic than DeMar. I would argue DeMar is more athletic than Kawhi. Lighter on his feet.
Yeah.
Much higher leaping ability.
He's leaner, which is probably you take more of a beating when you're playing
Fair.
defense, and if you're bigger, it's not going to affect you as much.
Fair.
But
Smaller
Kobe,
hands.
Kobe could play D, and Kobe was lean.
That's right. So could Jordan.
Jordan could lean as fuck.
At the end of the day, it's effort.
Yeah, maybe
And
you're right.
Kawhi is There's that great play that went viral.
Yeah.
Where Kawhi gets beat backdoor. So the point guard has the ball at the top of the key.
I saw that.
His
It's
guard
crazy.
is to the left.
Yeah.
The guy he's guarding is to his left. The guy he's guarding cuts backdoor behind him.
Yeah.
Kawhi gets beat, dives, no look. So
Yeah.
he turns around to the ball, no look, and literally steals a pass because he knows where it's going to go.
Right.
DeMar DeRozan has never dove for anything in his entire life. Just never happened. Oh, man. Right? Great move by the Raptors. Changes the franchise. I think they're coming out of the East.
If they come out of the East, and let's say, here's what I was talking to somebody about at Eastville, the bouncer, Chief. Shouts to Chief. What's up? If they come out, if they play Boston in the conference finals,
Yeah.
I think they can win. If they beat Boston in the conference finals and play Golden State in the finals, I'm not sure they can win, but from what I've seen, the guy who does the most damage to that entire team, the Warriors, is Kawhi. He's not kryptonite, but he's as close to kryptonite as we've seen.
Absolutely. You saw how he affected the Warriors in at least part of that first game.
And again, it's only game one, and I've seen teams come out in game one and get their ass kicked and then be dominant champions right after that the rest of the series.
But an undeniable effect.
Crazy.
That's it.
He locks up KD somehow.
Yeah.
He seems to give Steph problems. I don't know what the fuck he does. He has no issue scoring. It's crazy.
You guys don't think the Bucks are coming out the East?
No.
I don't think I am impressed with Giannis, and I want to talk when Kaz gets back.
He's playing like.
So here's the thing. Like when it comes to, I'm Giannis is regular season impressive. The problem is when you get into the playoffs, you can actually scheme for that specific team, right?
Yeah.
During the regular season, it's hard to have a different scheme for every single team that you're playing. You're playing a game every other day, sometimes a game in 2 days. You set your natural defense up. You set your offense up. But you're not going to have a completely different scheme. These guys don't even practice anymore. Practice during the regular season, it just wears your body down. So they've pretty much stopped practicing. They look at film and that kind of stuff, get familiar with plays, but it's not totally schemed. So during the regular season, Giannis is so freakish in his ability
Yeah.
that he's going to get his 25 points tonight, 30 he can probably hit. He'll kill it. The problem is once you enter the playoffs, what happens to Giannis is what happened to Rondo with Boston. They start to scheme defensively, and they go, let him shoot because the guy's not knocked down. Sag off. If you sag off or let this guy shoot, he's not going to shoot at a high clip. If you sag off, you can get there to stop him. You're not going to be able to stop him at three-point line. He'll bully right by you. But you can get there.
Right.
You can put a bigger guy on him because now he doesn't have to chase him around.
He had big games against Boston, though.
Sure, but they lost.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking he's just not as effective, and what it takes for him to have a big game will take away from the team being successful.
I think he is a special player, but I just don't think he's there yet. I think he's a special
young.
talent and a special player, and he's just young. I think next year, now I could be wrong, I think next year they're going to have a real shot at it, or when he leaves Milwaukee, because I don't think there's any way he stays.
I don't know. Like I went back and like saw a few of the games because like I missed the start of the season.
Yeah.
Like they switched their offense. It's like spread out. It's just all threes and just let him do his thing.
Yeah, they're trying to create room for him, right?
Yeah,
they're like,
that shit works.
let's create room.
That shit
Absolutely.
is killing.
Son, also, he should play the 5. Everybody on his team
Yeah.
should be able to knock down threes so that there's so much room in the lane for him to just work.
Right.
That
And I'm
should
like,
be
if
the way
they-
to play
If
it.
they do that, if they're knocking down those threes, they're unstoppable because
Hey.
you can't really stop them.
Exactly. And now you're going to have your 5 guarding him, and no 5 is going to stay in front of him. Maybe AD, but no 5 is going to stay in front of him, right? Impossible. I just think that once you start to scheme for him in the playoffs, the fact that he can't shoot is going to be a real problem for them. And if he develops a shot, which he can in the next couple of years, he's unstoppable. He might be the best ever. It just comes
That's what
down
it's
to
going to take is a shot.
if he has a 3-point shot that's reasonably good.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, what are you going to do?
Yeah. Then it's crazy. If he does it, I'd be happy. I think he's great. I think he wants to be the greatest. I think it's dope. We got all that, but I just don't see it yet.
Yeah.
But it's also dumb early in the season, so who knows?
I don't want him to be the greatest just because Greek people are already so fucking arrogant. Do you know what I mean? Just about their stupid shit.
Yeah, but it'd be nice to remind them that they hate black people and a black guy is the best thing.
But now they have to like them?
You have to now.
Yeah. He's the refugee that you turned away. Maybe they start accepting refugees now.
Maybe.
They're like, guys.
Strengthen that fucking currency.
Dude, for real. Maybe they see the value in it. Except a boat of refuge. Depends where. They're like, we'll take the Africans. African ones come on board. We're not taking these Syrians. We haven't seen too many of you in the league.
Oh, man.
You got a Steve Jobs in there. We'll take you in.
It's like the French soccer team.
Right?
Like,
Well, France been involved in Africa for a minute. But hell yeah. It's like the American soccer team. We did that shit when we had the German coach. He just took every part American player that was in Germany.
oh, really? Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, and he was like, because, Americans got, like, bases over there. So the American dudes end up fucking these German chicks, getting them pregnant. And now you got all these, like, half-black Germans, right? And they got American citizenship because Pops is American.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're like, all right, well, you guys can play soccer. Get the fuck over here. Because these Americans can't do it.
Right.
It's so fucking annoying that we can't play that stupid sport. I just want to be better than Europe at it.
We don't put enough resources in it, man.
What's the resource? Poverty? Right? Flint, step it up. That's what we should do. Y'all want some water? Learn how to corner kick.
Basketball's too entertaining.
Fucking A, it is entertaining, but I just want them to shut up about their stupid game.
I do wish we were better, though.
I just want one World Cup. You know how we won like hockey? Remember
Yeah.
we beat Russia in
Miracle.
the hockey? The miracle on
Yeah.
ice. Can't we have the miracle on the pitch? One World Cup, and then we retire.
The way they
that should
talk
be
about us, man. They're like, oh, yeah, all our players get old, and then they go play in the
Yo, they
States.
really
I'm
talk
like,
to us like we're
fuck
fucking
yeah.
China for basketball,
They
dude.
really
It's
do.
sad. It's disrespect. And I'm saying that all we need to do is win one and then retire from the sport. We just prove to the world, hey, we're the greatest whatever we want to be. We do it, win. We never play soccer again.
Never
we
defend the title.
outlaw in America. Listen, if you really want to stop that caravan, no more soccer in America.
Oh,
You don't even
man.
need to build a wall. Just
Two
deflate
birds,
soccer
one
balls.
stone.
That's it. We say no
fuck.
more soccer allowed in America ever. All these Mexicans, they're looking for another spot. Right? They're just
Yeah.
going to come to America like, no, we're just passing through. We're going right up to Canada. They got soccer over there still, right? No more Telemundo,
Oh my
no more
God.
games.
Oh, bruh, fuck.
Bro, that's how you curb immigration, huh?
Yo, that's Trump's new economy right there.
Dude, you're not allowed to put limes in beers anymore. little shit. Like, no more Tapatio. We're done with Tapatio. Like, little shit you're just not allowed to have.
Oh, my God.
You don't need a wall. Curb happiness. God, we should be politicians.
No more
Akaash.
garage sales ever.
Dude, it's done. Dude, we could be politicians. You got to curb the other shit.
Oh, man.
God damn.
If you ban churros and papayas in bags, you lose a third.
No
of
more
Mexico.
selling fruit on the street.
You lose a
No
third.
more fruit street. Street fruit.
Yo.
Mangoes on the street. No more.
Gone.
Hamas. Hamas is never not the terrorist group.
By the way, do you guys ever buy those?
Hell yeah.
I love them shits.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
gonna lie. Them
Yeah.
shits mad
Dude,
delicious.
me too. I was like, I don't care if it's dirty.
And you know what? They put that big ass mango seed in a pouch too
To fill it up.
to fill it up. And I ain't mad at you. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Like, it's
Nah,
fine.
Indians will chew at that little seed. Sometimes there's good mango flesh on that.
Yeah, I don't waste shit.
We don't waste
No,
nothing,
bro.
bro.
They poor, bro.
Yo,
They
real
poor,
talk.
son.
He ain't wrong.
They poor, bro.
He ain't wrong.
You motherfuckers Puerto Rican, they got plenty of mangoes, and he don't even do that.
Yeah, Puerto Rico bougie though. Oh, thank you, American ass.
Yo, it is. Y'all are bougie
Y'all the bougiest.
until y'all got no electricity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only time you act.
We got kicked back a few pegs, man. Like,
Yo, you know what's mad funny? Because Puerto Ricans do be doing that to other Latinos. They're like, we're from America. Y'all not even American. And then y'all had no electricity for 6 months. And Dominican Republic was like, you ain't that American. You just like us, Poppy.
Oh, fuck.
I got to root for this Bad Bunny guy. He's the only one repping it for Puerto Rico right now.
Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
He's doing all like the crossovers with Will
yeah.
Smith and shit.
Yeah.
Or Drake had
With
one
Drake,
too,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
That's who that is. I've been wondering who that motherfucker is.
Yeah.
Got great teeth all over Instagram. Just hanging out, great teeth.
Yo, I came back to Drake singing in Spanish. I'm like, what the fuck is going on in America,
Right.
yo?
You were locked up.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? He has a
That-
Puerto Rican flag. I'm like,
Son.
shit.
Think it's a coincidence?
Why?
I don't know.
It's
Just saying, do you think it's a coincidence?
It's a rough day for you, man.
No.
It's a rough day for Andrew Schultz.
What? I didn't even finish the joke yet. I was just building the tension.
Okay.
So?
No, now y'all not gonna get it. I had some fucking heat too, son.
You
Real
did, bro.
talk.
He
No,
like the
for
stage
real.
when you bombing.
No, son, my shit was fire, bro.
Yeah.
I was delivering an amazing fucking speech, and then y'all hit me with the "get your hand out my pocket." You know what I'm saying? Yo, son. Yo, I really am the Malcolm X of this shit when you think about it, bro. Y'all really get your hand out my pocket at me.
Yeah.
God damn. Yo, Alex, that's fucked up how
Alex
y'all did me
Malcolm,
like
dog.
that, bro.
Alex Malcolm. Alex been to jail. You Elijah Muhammad. You just out here spewing shit.
Is that me?
Nobody really know what you talking about.
He just talking.
I'm just, what I was trying to say is you don't think it's coincidence that Drake does a song with Bad Bunny and now thousands of Mexicans are trying to get in from the caravan? You don't think you think that's coincidence?
Damn, it's a really
Cut
a
that,
rough
yo, cut
day,
that out,
bro.
cut that one, cut that one out.
It's a rough
Cut that one,
day,
Alex. Cut that shit immediately. What are we at, the 123 mark? Cut that shit, cut that. Woo!
Yo, at my show, please, like,
Son.
come better than this.
God, bro, y'all really coming at me, man.
Oh,
Listen,
man.
you think every one of Martin Luther King's marches was successful? You don't think some of the
Yes.
marches didn't
Yes.
have everybody?
Yes.
Some of the marches were low
Nah.
attendance. You know what I mean? Shit.
Martin Luther King was the Wilt Chamberlain of speeches.
Nah, but you don't know. Some of the marches, nobody showed up and they didn't remember that one. Do you know what I mean? Not all the marches was Tulsa.
Sometimes the speeches weren't as good. You know what I mean?
Didn't
He had an
slap.
off night.
You know what I mean?
Coretta giving him a hard time about cheating.
Yeah.
He suddenly off his
was
game.
like Drake when it comes to those speeches. Yo. He
That
had-
we
he-
remember, yo.
he
There
has
were some
hits.
probably some speeches where there were like black people were like, that ain't it, fam. That ain't it, Martin.
Maybe we just take the bus. Oh no. This man wants us to do a lot of walking.
Man, we just sit in the back. What's wrong with the back? We away from all them white people. Why we gotta sit in the front? Listen, when the front of the bus hits something, who gets hurt first? All them white people. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yo, this man want me to walk all over the motherfucking city.
Yo, that is funny. The first bus crash where black people were able to sit in the front. Bus crashes into some shit. Some black dude smashes his head, missing his fucking eyeball. He's like, this motherfucker over here. Everybody in the back completely fine. I'm out here missing an eye because Martin wanted me to sit in the front of the bus. We was fine in the back of the bus. You know what I mean?
God.
Jesus Christ.
Black people,
man.
I'm sorry.
Golly, bro. This is just nuts. Why you gotta ask us to be in the front of the bus for? For what reason we gotta ask us to be in the front of the bus? We could have been in the back of the bus.
He back.
Bro,
Andrew
we
back.
Get in the back of the fucking bus.
Oh man.
You know how nice it was to sit in the back of the bus, drink my espresso, and relax with all my other people of color. Now I'm in the front of the fucking bus. Jesus.
Shit.
Yo, we can make so many good sketches off our ideas. That's a funny ass sketch,
Oh, for sure.
dude.
For sure.
FNL, Flagrant Night Live. One day we're gonna do it.
Dude,
Oh, that would be
that'd
dope.
So dope.
We're gonna do it.
That'd
One
be
day.
dope.
One day. That Patreon gonna set us aside. I'm telling you, man. We're gonna put the infrastructure there. I already been talking to Akaash.
Yo, shout out to the Patreons.
Yeah, we gotta shout out all the people on Patreon, man. That's fucking unbelievable what y'all did, man. You're really giving us a way to build this platform and put, some bandwidth.
Gave me a house.
You got this motherfucker house. Akaash is lit. Got Alex a raise.
Yo,
You know what I mean?
right?
You got Alex a raise. Y'all really doing it together, but it's really cool to see what y'all did this week. We really
Somebody posted your interview from what the fuck, Buffalo News or whatever?
Oh, did they?
Yeah, it's
Was
up
it
there.
Buffalo, or was it Las Vegas?
Maybe it was Las Vegas. It was Las Vegas. Yeah.
I
It
was
Las
just
Vegas.
fucking with the lady.
Yeah, you were just wilding.
Yeah.
don't
Because
remember
it's
what you
that
said.
daytime TV shit they get you to promote the things.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Does that shit work?
No. Who watches daytime TV?
I mean, you should just go there and try to make a moment out of it. Like, that's your...
I do, but like I don't want to do that comedian thing where like you just go and act outrageous. Like I still want it to be funny in like the way I want to be funny.
No, for sure. But you should try to make a viral moment out of that. That's
True.
That's the only win you have getting up that early to do.
Yeah, you right.
Does radio work? Radio bring people
Depends. Depends. If it's a radio market, Ohio, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Certain markets it doesn't work at all. Certain markets is fucking it's the
right.
shit. You just need to know. And what I've realized, what works on radio is just jokes. Don't be funny like what we're doing now.
Right.
Do your jokes.
Huh.
And it's the worst thing to do, but I understand why it works. You're driving to work and you hear this guy doing bits on the radio that are funny.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I'll go watch this guy.
Right.
If you're listening to someone on the radio, you're like, he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
You're not going to go see him.
How do you get them to set up jokes for you?
I just find things that will go well.
He's good at that shit.
Yeah, it's just like I'll just fit it into conversation. You know, so no matter what they ask me, I'll do it. You know, like so if there's some kind of like gender thing that I got going on, the chick host will say something to me and then I'll play it into that. See what they do? That's the thing. You got to be happy. Boom. But that's why if I'm energetic about it. Okay, back to sports.
All right, let me ask you about this.
Yeah, ask me some questions, bro.
Did you see this Fergie video?
Yo,
Fuck you guys,
did you hear him do you're a black guy laugh?
Yo, I noticed that.
I'm back, all right?
All right, back.
That's how you know Alex did a bid. Letting out that black laugh. All right, y'all saw this Fergie video?
So the Golden State Warriors continue to be fucking likable.
It's so annoying. It bothers me so much how funny this is.
Bro.
So Josh Duhamel, in a real, I don't understand what the fuck he was thinking. It's a stupid move. It's kind of a loser move. He goes on some radio station, TV show, and he says, Draymond Green should apologize. I thought it was classless that he's laughing because he knows he's on camera. Everybody's laughing. This is the word. We saw that national anthem live, and the whole fucking arena was laughing.
Yeah, Fergie should apologize.
Fergie should apologize to America, fam.
Absolutely.
Fam, that's worse than anything Colin Kaepernick ever did was fucking Fergie's anthem.
The only time we all agreed to take a knee.
Bro, you crazy. So anyway, Josh Duhamel's like, Draymond Green, I thought it was classless, something. He owes us an apology. And that night, the Warriors remixed the Fergie anthem and play a video of them in the locker room dancing to it. And it's so fucking funny.
Bro, they're trolling.
At the highest level.
They are the best team in maybe the history of basketball, and they're taking the time to do viral fucking troll videos on Instagram for Transformers actors. Right? It's amazing what we're
Who
seeing.
the fuck got time for Josh Duhamel?
Bro, it's incredible, and it's great content, and it's funny.
It was so funny. I
And I
watched it
wanna hate
multiple
them.
times. Oh,
This was after they beat the Knicks,
yeah.
where they scored 46 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Kevin Durant went off.
Son, I'm watching the game. I turned it on. We're up by 1. They didn't score a point again after I turned it on.
Yeah, you bad luck, bro.
Son. I'm like Kaz writing for one of the WWE guys. Bro.
Yo, Cass, stop showing up. I got a place to live. Alex out of jail.
Yo, Kaz is the Flagrant 2 curse.
Oh, shit.
Bro,
Yo.
it's crazy.
When Vince McMahon breaks his fucking neck going down some stairs, you don't know why, fam.
It's fucking nuts.
All right.
Anyway.
Are we able to play the audio from the remix without showing the video?
No, because I don't want it to get in any like flagging.
We keep getting videos
situations.
flagged, so
Yeah,
we
that's
can't
a
play.
problem.
Oh, really?
But if
Yo, you
want to
know some real scumbag shit?
What?
Somebody, so Dwayne, who does the editing here,
Oh, right, yeah.
created our little beat in the beginning of Flagrant 2
Yeah.
and at the end of Flagrant 2.
Yeah.
He did it on fucking GarageBand, right?
Nothing
he did it
crazy.
himself. Nothing crazy. We've been doing this podcast for over a year. Some scumbag creates a song with our same beat, registers it, and then flags our video on YouTube saying we stole the song from him.
Yep.
after we did it.
That's why videos took a long time to get up last week.
Fucking pieces of shit out here, man. Anyway.
Oh, we can still keep putting it up, right?
Yeah, we can still keep putting it up because we disputed it. We're like, no, we have
Yeah.
proof that we made it. You
Yeah.
just stole our shit and then tried to get us fucked up. But imagine that worked and we had to take down every single video.
I'm not mad at him.
No, it's
That's
fucking
a good
piss.
attempt, though.
Yeah,
to
but
get
what if it
somebody.
works and we have to take
Yeah,
down
you
every
fucking over
video?
a lot of people.
Oh no, that would suck. Yeah, for us. But I mean,
What's he
Shout out to
winning
the
though?
show.
He's not getting anything. He's
He's
just
just fucking over. He's
just-
being like a
no,
troll.
wouldn't you have to pay him?
No,
Oh no.
fuck that.
Oh, I thought you would have to pay him.
I don't know. I don't know how that would work, but that would be horrible.
Anyway, can I say one thing that I
Go.
did enjoy clowning about the video is
Yeah.
Kevin Durant's move. What the fuck is he doing with
What
his
was
arm?
his move? I didn't see
He's
it.
doing some weird arm thing, but it's like
Oh, he was trying to Millie Rock.
it was so bad.
yeah, yeah.
That's what it was. It was the worst
yeah.
Millie Rock I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
goofy
It's like
motherfucker.
some weird arm thing.
Yeah.
I know what a Millie Rock
No,
is,
no,
fam.
no. This was not a
it
Millie
wasn't
Rock.
as good. It wasn't.
It was
What?
a
Not even
horrible-
wasn't as good.
I don't even know what he was doing. He was. Yeah.
Andrew 100% Millie Rock's better than Kevin Durant.
Oh, my Millie Rock is tight, bro.
See what I'm saying? That's all right. That's all right. He got a little shoulder in it. Kevin Durant is all elbow up. There's no body in it.
Bro, I might have one of the best Millie Rocks, bro. I definitely could. Deadass, I could Millie Rock on any block, son. I definitely could. I can't look. Hold on. You don't think? I gotta stand up. Hold on.
You gotta stand.
Hey, hey. Oh, up top. Oh, we go. Hey. My Millie is unstoppable, son. Yo, real talk.
Oh, man.
Yo, what block I can't? What block I can't Millie on?
There, the Millie Rock just died. Once white people get a hold of it,
Who's right?
Yo, Andrew.
Who's right?
Yo, Alex, stop it. You know that Millie
You
Rock
can't
is
run
tight,
away from
fam.
Swedish.
You don't know what's hip, dog. You're acting cray-cray right now. You don't know nothing about hip.
bro, that shit was on fleek, bro.
Oh, fuck.
Yo, my Millie Rock too tight, bro. Can you Millie Rock?
Yeah, I
Let me
learned
see
all
it.
these goofy
Hit
ass
that,
dances.
hit that,
like
bro.
fucking-
Hit that, because you wouldn't hit the fucking Dougie. Hit the Millie Rock
All
at
right,
least.
we standing?
Yeah, go. Hey,
There you go.
that shit sucked, bro. That shit
wasn't
was
bad.
trash, son.
You used to be a dancer,
Yo,
bro.
that shit sucked,
happened?
me.
What? You
It was a little
crazy?
side to side
Yo.
step
Crazy.
right there,
I
bro.
put a
That looked
little
like a
shoulder
prom
into it.
dance.
Come
No,
on, fam.
that was more like a Dougie. That wasn't even a Millie Rock.
You crazy? Put
Bro,
on the song, Alex.
Was that shit
Put on
trash
the
or what?
song.
Now we can't use it because of the thing. We
Hell
can't.
yeah. Any block, dog. We'll go outside and Millie off right now.
Hey,
I was like KG.
what's better than my? Yo, your shit was worse than KD, son.
You crazy?
No, I'm being.
You didn't even
dead
know KD was whack.
son.
Nah, I didn't see it.
Yo,
I was just talking
real
shit.
talk. Whose was better, mine or Akaash? Because Akaash thinks he's a better dancer than me, but I come from a dance family.
You do come from a dance family, but I'm a better dancer.
I saw Akaash dance before.
Yeah.
Like when we went out that time, I was like, oh shit, I was surprised. Like,
No, he's a good dancer.
yeah,
but he's not.
Millie Rock is better.
My Millie Rock is better.
His feet are better though.
You think he has better footwork?
Yeah. No, his feet. Like I know I just jumped subjects, but you were trying to say like your feet were not as bad as his, but yours are worse than his.
All right, ask yourself this question.
Aw,
Yo, real talk. I bet you.
Yeah.
I bet you if we had a dance off, I'd win. Millie Rock, whatever dance you want to do. I bet you 3 espressos. 3 espressos. You can ask anybody you
Listen,
want to ask.
First of all, quiet. We need to just everybody. We yell.
Supposedly,
No.
supposedly, your
Just-
Millie Rock is better.
No, we need to just be a little bit. Can we just use our library voices? I just. Listen, this is what we gonna do. This is what we
Loser,
gonna
no,
do.
real talk. Loser pays for the winner's Valentine's Day.
I was gonna say it.
I knew
But you said
I
it.
knew.
I was gonna say it, but you got there first. But I let it go. I knew you knew.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
Bro, fuck, dude, I'm dying, man. Someone call the ambulance. Call the ambulance. Call the motherfucking ambulance. Call that motherfucking
no,
ambulance.
you can't do that again. That other time you had us crying for like 10 minutes.
Ambulance.
Yo.
Your boy is back, son. Yo, your boy is back. Y'all thought you could stop me. Fuck out of here, bro.
That's
Fuck
why this is the
outta
GOAT
here.
podcast, man.
Yeah.
That's a callback from 6 months ago.
Son, we're not playing games out here, dog. There's no games being played. Fuck out of here, bro.
A fucking callback. God
Man,
damn.
We sleep on them.
Oh shit.
We sleep. Then we
Oh,
come back. All right, let's talk about some foosball.
All right. Hugh Jackson got fired, speaking of firings.
Cleveland firing everybody.
Yo, Cleveland don't give a fuck right now.
Wow, that's
Yo,
interesting.
even the coaches can't keep jobs in Cleveland.
Yo, both coaches got fired.
Everybody unemployed out in Cleveland.
They're getting ready for it. They're joining the ranks of the unemployed.
Oh, fuck.
Yo, so Cleveland fires their offensive coordinator and their head coach
Right.
after what are they? 2-4-1?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So, what is the motivation here? Let's tank and get another season, or are they upset
No,
because
they want more wins.
and they justifiably should have them, right? Like they have a receiving core.
Yeah, and I don't think the players believed in Hugh. I think like
Damn, how you believe in a guy who had 2 fucking winless
people were
seasons?
saying he was going to get fired during fucking Hard Knocks.
Right.
Like people were unimpressed with him in Hard Knocks, and all Hard Knocks tries to do is make everybody look good. Not, you know what I mean? Not necessarily, but like
Hard Knocks is Instagram.
Basically, it is.
Yeah.
Hard Knocks, people are always like, oh, this team is going to be good.
Right.
For whatever reason, people come out, that's not their goal, but it happens, and he couldn't do it.
Right.
This motherfucker's sister and mom die or some shit during the first episode, and still people were like, yeah, but he can get fired.
Not likable.
Still people were like, yeah, but I don't want him here. Like, it's crazy how much people hated this dude.
Why do you think he lasted so long?
Because they had an idea, they believed in him, and the idea was essentially tanking for the NFL, which is they were trading, getting mad draft picks, and then starting, I think, 2 years ago,
Right.
they started trying to pick good players. They had like a bunch of draft pick stockpiled for 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Last season was the second season of those 2, where they just had a bunch of draft picks ready. They had the first and fourth pick overall.
Right.
And they took Mayfield and a corner who's Denzel Ward, I think, who's good.
Okay.
But people were still surprised at who they took. A lot of people thought they'd take Sam Darnold, who went to the Jets.
Right.
Or some people were saying take Saquon and then get a good quarterback at number 4. You're going to get either Baker Mayfield or Sam Darnold.
There were guys. There were quarterbacks
Yeah,
that were
guys.
available.
But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Right. So you have this Cleveland team who's at least gotten a couple wins. Right?
Yeah.
Baker looks somewhat promising.
I think Baker looks good, yeah.
Baker looks okay. He's still turning the ball over, but that could be a function
Rookies always
of turn the ball over. That's normal for rookies.
It's normal.
Just the
Yeah.
speed, they're not catching
Rookies
up
are
to it.
coming in now much more well-developed than they were
It feels that
10
way.
years ago. Yeah, 'cause
Especially not like quarterbacks. It feels like the line, like these guys are ready to produce immediately.
Maybe
Corners,
everybody.
that kind of stuff.
But college offenses have gotten way more pro style. When we were growing up,
Right.
colleges were like the wishbone. Like, you're barely throwing as a quarterback. And now colleges are more pass heavy than pro offenses.
Right.
So,
the corners
they're
are getting
ready.
more experience.
I
Everybody's
guess,
getting
yeah.
more experience.
Quarters for sure. Quarterbacks are like, they are.
What is the most easily transferable position, you think?
That's a good fucking question, and I don't know.
Like, what do you see a college player, and if they're effective in college at this, they will be affected in the league at that
it
exact
seems like there's
position?
a high bust rate everywhere because you're just stepping it up to such a high level in the pros.
Even the line.
Even the line. Oh, yeah. I mean, he's got hand technique is a huge deal with defensive linemen. Like, they say, like, does he have violent hands?
What is that?
Like, are you strong? Like, when
There's
you hit
one
someone.
thing that I know about football players.
Oh, fuck.
I'll just say it this way. A lot of wives in Boston.
No, for sure. For sure. A lot of Sullys out
A
there.
lot of Sullys. What does Sully's wife
Violent
say?
hands
Yeah.
are like what you tried to have with the bouncer but didn't. Like if they looked at your game film.
No. My hands were not violent.
They
at
looked
all.
at your game
I
film.
have passive hands.
And the way you put your hands out,
Yeah.
they're like, that's not.
First of all,
not a
I
draft
didn't
pick.
even use my whole hand. I did this. I did two bullet piece signs.
He
I
definitely was a wide receiver, just going with his fingertip.
Yeah, I just catch it here. It was good.
fuck.
So let me come here.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what the easily transferable position is.
Right.
Seems like you never really know. It seems really inexact as they try to make it.
Yeah.
But they just weren't happy. I mean, they lost a lot of winnable games. You could easily blame coaching, and now they're just done.
Fair enough. Did you see that DeAndre Hopkins catch that
Yes.
did not count?
That wasn't even a pass interference. It
should
should
have
have counted 100%. I was on the phone with you when you saw it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you were like, "Holy fuck! You just saw the craziest catch."
Yeah,
and so you
yeah.
have to watch this DeAndre Hopkins catch. And then I
So,
went and looked it up. It's crazy.
It was a fascinating catch because usually you see it's called a back shoulder throw.
Yeah.
Right? And the back shoulder throw is usually thrown to the sideline. So the ball is almost out of bounds, so it's out of reach of the corner.
Right.
But you can grab and then tap your toes and then you're out. This was back shoulder, but on the inside.
I think I've seen that before. I think I've
Fair
seen
enough.
that.
That's fine. But you basically have to get the corner on one side of you,
Yeah.
and then the quarterback throws to your shoulder that's on the opposite
Right.
side of the corner,
Right.
right? Hopkins, I'm just saying this for everybody who's watching, it was unbelievably impressive. He turns around, catches it with his left hand, and he has to kick his leg up in the air to, like, I think it's a natural motion when you're turning. Your leg is
Yeah.
kind of moving
Yeah.
with you. And the way that he comes down with it, he has to pass the ball through his legs
Yeah.
to secure the pass.
Yeah.
Catches it with one hand, secures it underneath his leg,
Unreal.
like he's doing like a between the
Unreal.
leg. And then they call it offensive pass interference.
And
on
it
him.
wasn't pass interference at all. It's
Yeah.
a horseshit call. Took
Yeah.
away one of the greatest catches ever.
And Hopkins said in the, did you see his post game?
No, what did he say?
They're like, yeah, they took away my catch. That was the greatest catch in the history of football.
It
He
might
just
have
said
been
it flat out.
It might have been, dog. It was more impressive than Odell's catch, and Odell's catch was crazy
Yeah.
against the Cowboys, actually.
Yeah.
That one-handed falling. He did that and then passed it through his legs.
Yes.
I mean, it's the greatest catch I've ever seen.
Yeah. Odell had a nice snag, too. He had a one-handed snag.
Odell's, this week. Yeah,
Yeah,
Odell's
this week.
hands are crazy.
Unbelievable, yeah.
Yeah.
Except when we needed 2-point conversion in the end zone. But it is what it is. Thanks, Odell.
So, yeah, that was that. And then I also want to talk about the Rams, because they
8-0.
are 8-0 and just fucking impressive.
I only saw the beginning of the game. Did you watch the whole game?
I didn't watch the whole game.
Green Bay played very well against them.
Yeah, they really did.
The Green Bay corners were fucking, I mean, just getting at every single pass. It was unbelievable to see them do it. Like, they were really ready, put it that way.
Green Bay was ready. They were a 9-point underdog, and this is crazy. That's the biggest underdog Aaron Rodgers has been in his entire NFL career. Yeah.
Wow. What was the final score?
They lost by, this is interesting. So they lost by 2. I think it was 27-26 or something like
Okay.
that. But Todd Gurley has a chance to run the ball in for a touchdown to cover the 9-point spread, but they're just running out the clock, so he just goes down. And that way you can knee the clock out and the game is over.
And then all these people who bet
All
the
these
game.
gamblers are so pissed because he could have covered the spread. And he's like, I don't care. I wanted to win. And theoretically, it's not going to happen. But if you score, you give them the ball back. God knows what can
Never
happen.
know what happens.
Go
Yeah.
down at the 1. Smart move. And all these gamblers were pissed. And that is interesting to what we talked about of like how gambling, once it's legal in all 50 states, is going to affect things. Because that becomes a much more talked about story.
Oh, absolutely. Especially for Vegas, who, I mean, they'll have a team.
They'll have a team.
Football players in Vegas is just a bad idea.
It's a terrible
They
idea.
can't behave in Cincinnati.
Yo,
Like, if you're getting in trouble in Cleveland,
bruh.
you're shooting up a fucking nightclub. Where'd they shoot up the nightclub? Oh, no, that did happen in Vegas, didn't it?
I don't, where?
Well, the dude who
Aqib
shot
Talib,
that
remember he like shot
Oh,
himself?
yeah, that was Vegas.
That was in Vegas, right?
Yeah.
I think that pushed things back a little bit because they're like, see what happens when they're fucking in Vegas,
Right.
you know? But,
Maybe.
yeah, I think that's why prostitution's illegal in Vegas. It's legal in the state of Nevada, but they didn't want to have, and now weed is legal, but it wasn't originally. They wanted to get the team there first. You can't bring a team to Vegas when you got whores and fucking drugs everywhere legally.
Oh, interesting.
Right? Because we want wholesome image. We want all
Right.
this other shit as far as, bring the teams here, have your family go, etc. But now you have the team. They make weed recreational. And I think the whores are going to come soon. And tell me a better city to go with your boys to watch your team play. I'm sorry, if you're a fan of
It should
football,
host a Super Bowl every year.
Oh, without a doubt.
Fuck a rotating. Fuck that.
First of all, fuck this winter Super Bowl shit.
Yo.
Like, fuck this.
But
Like,
if it's
what-
in Vegas, it don't matter.
Beautiful.
It's a break from the winter.
I'm saying the elements,
Oh, yeah.
like winter
Oh,
elements
yeah,
of
yeah,
football.
yeah.
Fuck all that shit. But even walking to the stadium in snow, why are we doing this? We
Right.
don't need to do this. It's just, but I love that idea. Host it every single year there. But just imagine one game a year. You guys go to Vegas for the weekend.
Yeah.
And what is the problem? Not the problem with Vegas. One of the things with Vegas is essentially is like, what do we do Sunday?
Right.
We just fucking drank Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, or even Friday, Saturday, like monsters, right?
You didn't just drink.
Oh, you're doing drugs. You're doing everything like
Everything.
that, right? What better way to recover
Then just drink.
than just drink
And
and
watch
watch the
football.
sport book?
Oh,
you can
God.
either go to the game or watch it at the
Oh,
casino.
fuck, you're
Watch it
right.
at the casinos. Watch it at the big things.
Yeah.
You're hanging out. It's like, it's a great reason. It's a great excuse. It's why I go for Summer League. It's just a great excuse to go to Vegas. Vegas can be fun. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think it could be kind of a.
I was going to ask you about something. Yeah, but the Rams,
You think they're legit? It's
they're
It's gonna
legit.
happen.
I don't know if they're going to win the Super Bowl. I feel like this happens a lot where a team is just like incredible out of the gate and they don't seem to win it.
Right.
But I don't see what their weakness is. I think the Saints would give them a hard time.
You think the Saints are that good?
I think the Saints are good. They're good defense, good running team that travels well. Is what they always say.
Right.
And then you got Drew Brees, and then anything can happen.
Right.
And I also think the Vikings would lose, but they could give them a little tough time in the playoffs. And there was one more team I can't remember, but there's one more NFC team that Green Bay in a rematch. It could be kind of like the Giants.
Is Green Bay that good? I feel like all of a sudden
they're not that good, but they
have Aaron Rodgers.
They have Aaron Rodgers, and then you can. Sometimes what they say, styles make fights.
Right.
In the NFL, NBA, it's always matchups. There's matchup things.
Right.
And maybe Aaron Rodgers can exploit certain things within St. Louis that nobody else can.
Right.
Maybe. I'm basing that completely on yesterday, but
what do you think happens with this Green Bay Patriots game?
I think Green Bay is going to win.
Really?
But I don't necessarily know why. It's just like a feeling.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying Rodgers over Brady, really.
Are you high on Green Bay? I feel like what's that?
No, I thought you were asking him.
Are you high?
No.
I am high on
are you
Green Bay in the playoffs.
Okay.
Because I just feel like they're scrappy. They got Rodgers, and those teams can make some
game
noise.
changer. That's yeah.
But that's really just a gut. Like they're like my dark horse if I had to pick a team.
Right.
Because they're not even. I don't even know if they're in the playoffs right now.
Right.
Chicago's winning the division right now, but I think Green Bay has a funny way of just sneaking in there.
Such a weird sport to make judgments on because there's so many changes throughout the season. Like there are teams who will just lose 4 straight and then win out.
The Texans, I've never seen that necessarily, but the Texans.
Did the Giants do it?
Years
back?
Maybe they lost 4 straight. I know that year in 2011 they were real up and down, and then 2007 they started 0-2, almost went 0-3, which you're not supposed to be able to overcome 0-3.
Right.
But Houston started 0-3, now won 5 straight.
Right.
They're 5-3.
Yeah.
So this is a wild year, I think, and it's a fucking great year to watch football.
Right.
Like if you're not a huge football fan, this is a good time to sit down and be like, let me see what the NFL's talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems to me like every year there's this team that we thought nothing of in the beginning of the season, and they end it super strong.
So when they hard capped the NFL, like basketball, there's all these rules around salary cap. NFL, you cannot go above this dollar amount.
Right.
So they really brought parity into the league. And that's why year to year there's such massive swings because the talent disparity isn't that crazy. Baseball, the Yankees can afford to pay for everyone.
Right.
So they're going to have all the talent. The Red Sox are going to have all the talent.
Right.
Basketball, there's ways around
did the Red Sox win the World Series?
That's why I stopped. No, I don't know. I just knew
Not the World Series
there was
yet.
something in Boston, and that's why I stopped at the Red Sox. The World Series is in like June.
I guess it is.
April maybe.
Yeah,
but anyway,
who watches baseball?
I don't know. This is a sports podcast.
Yeah.
And even the everything else, it's too boring to fall into the everything else.
Yeah,
so,
I hear you.
But anyway.
But go on. Finish what
There's parity in the NFL, so like any year to year, a team could dive or a team could swing up. And then if you get into the playoffs, the talent disparity isn't crazy. And that's why you now are starting to, in 20 years ago, this didn't happen.
Right.
But now you're starting to see like Green Bay, when they won a Super Bowl, they were a wild card team. Atlanta, when they lost to New England, they were a wild card team. Last year, the number 1 seed won it. But like you see wild card teams sneak in a lot.
All the time. Yeah, I feel like there's also so many injuries in football.
That's also true.
That teams can dynamically change throughout the year.
That's true.
Right? And change in a way, and there's so few games, right? So, like, let's say it's in the NBA, you got 82 games. Yeah, you could miss 15 games.
And things will even out.
Yeah. But if you miss, let's say you have a lineman that's a huge part of your team.
Yeah.
He's still playing, but he's not healthy.
Right.
Right? And then all of a sudden he gets healthy week 6.
Yeah.
Game changer.
Yeah.
Right?
Carson Wentz's rookie year, he's having a great first half of the year, and then all of a sudden they just sputtered. It's because his starting left tackle had a drug suspension for like 10 games.
Right.
All of a sudden they fell apart. Nobody can figure out why. Cowboys last year fell apart. Starting left tackle got hurt. They also lost Zeke for the suspension.
Right.
But like the left tackle, I think, was the main thing.
Right.
It's just one guy you never think of. Matter of fact, he's having a good game if you don't hear his name.
Right. If you're hearing a left tackle's name, it's because he's getting beat.
Yeah, he's getting beat.
Destroyed.
He's getting penalized. Bad things are happening.
God, what a thankless position.
It's the most thankless job. Offensive line is the most thankless job in sports.
Outside of monetary gain, what is the joy from it? Like, where's the competition? What do they get off on?
I mean, in a way that is like the most man versus man job in sports.
Yeah, but it'd be like if you were a boxer, but you could only defend.
Yeah, that's
I would
true.
never do that.
That's true.
Right? Like someone just gets to punch you all fucking day or punch at you
well,
all
that's.
day.
I think that's maybe this is interesting because they like run blocking a lot, typically more than pass blocking.
Because they get to lay
pass
a fucking
blocking, you're
hit.
retreating, you're shoving.
Yeah.
Run blocking, you're going
Let's
forward.
go.
Let's go.
Okay, so there are certain times where they get to exact their
and you'll
revenge.
see like like clips of offensive linemen just like slamming the defensive lineman and like this guy's a beast or whatever.
Got you. But let's say
But
a
it's
pass-happy
thankless,
team
Yeah,
like
it's-
Green Bay.
Yeah, it's pretty thankless.
And is that why those quarterbacks really fucking take care of
You
those
butter
dudes?
these dudes up because it's a thankless job.
Right.
And if you aren't thanking them, they're going to be, because they're already probably a little bitter that nobody gives a fuck about them.
Right.
If a center's holding out, nobody's going to be like, we got to sign this guy.
Yeah.
Realistically, you probably do.
Yeah.
But no fan is going to be like, I'm not coming to games if Max Unger didn't get any.
Yeah. It's Swarovski.
Yeah.
Everybody's named after those crystals.
Yo.
Right? Every offensive lineman is like some like Polish dude.
And that makes us respect offensive lines less is that white people can do it. We're like, whatever, man. It can't be that hard. That's why you think you could block somebody.
Now, amongst football players, is there a respect for them?
I don't know about players. I know fans who like watch a lot. You realize how important the offensive line is.
But my understanding was that these are like the true tough guys on the team.
Probably, yeah.
So like the players really
I'm sure.
respect them.
I'm sure in that way, yeah. I'm sure.
Right. Okay. So maybe we don't.
We would
but
have to ask, what's her name? She would know more.
Yeah, Miko.
Miko.
Absolutely. But I wonder if there is like they're like in the jungle, they're the elephants.
Yo.
Like they don't really do much in the jungle, but like when they come up to the watering hole, like the cheetahs and shit
Yeah,
get out
yeah,
the
you
way.
got
They're like,
that,
oh,
you
the
got that,
elephants
yeah,
are
you
here.
got that,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's all linemen are. Just elephants.
They're just elephants.
They're
yeah.
elephants of football.
Yeah.
A necessary part of the ecosystem.
100%.
Smart,
Smart, yep. That's what I was going to say.
slow,
Never forget. Yeah. Plotting.
but strong.
Don't fuck with them. You can get them tusks.
What do you think you have to give them in gifts a year to maintain the loyalty?
I mean, if you're producing, you're giving them, like, I remember this was in 1991 or something when I first started watching. Emmitt Smith won the rushing title, and he bought everybody in his line of Rolexes. And back then, you weren't making crazy money. I remember he held out 2 years later. He held out later for 4 years, $13 million.
Wow.
Was willing to miss the season for 4 years, $13.7 million or something like that. So, like, he wasn't making crazy loot, but this is his even cheaper contract, but he still got his lineman Rolexes. Go, get that.
Right.
Take care of that.
Right. So you're basically tipping them.
Basically,
essentially.
yeah.
Do black quarterbacks tip? Yo, that'd be mad fucked up.
We should ask Alex.
Yo, that'd be fucked up though. If the linemen had their own little conference and they're like, I'll be honest, Deshaun and Cam ain't fucking tipping, bro. We ain't get shit this year, bro. You know damn well the Indian quarterback ain't tipping. Indians tip the worst.
Oh, yeah. We're not making it to the league. But
Did you know that?
What?
There's people that tip worse than blacks?
I thought like Europeans because they don't tip out there.
No, Indians
they
too,
come
though.
here.
Indians that are born and raised in America tip
Don't
like
tip?
shit.
Oh shit.
Born and raised, I don't know, but Indians from India don't give a fuck.
Oh, all foreigners don't care. All foreigners don't tip. But they're born and raised.
Really?
They're like, no, I'm not going to do it.
I don't like to do 20% unless I feel like you did a
hates
great
it.
job.
I had to bully him.
I overcompensate trying to get rid
I
of the
won't do lower than 15.
You're doing your part?
Yeah. So the lowest I go is 20%.
The lowest
And then
I'll go
it
is
goes
15.
up.
If you do a bad job, you get 15. But 20 is like, I'll like thread the needle at 18.
No,
I can't.
If you're all right. 20 is if you're like, I really like this guy.
I can't
20
do
20
over
is
20.
like bad service, and then like
That's some white shit,
No, I
Alex.
can't do
enjoy
over
the-
20.
man,
I can't do over 20.
I
That's
gotta
some shit your
compensate for my
girlfriend
people.
probably
see
makes
that?
you do.
You see that? Waitresses and bartenders, the black guys tipping the most in here.
No, I remember Andrew. I think I told this story on the podcast before. I remember we got this motherfucker. We went to a diner. He got the wrong food, like legit the wrong food. Went to the waiter and was like, "Yo, man, this isn't what I ordered." And the waiter was like, "Hey, man, nothing I could do." And Andrew was like, "What are you fucking talking about? I ordered something else." And he was like, "Yeah, you're right." And then Andrew was like, "Well, then give me that." And the waiter was like, "Nah, man, I can't." And then Andrew was sitting back down, and there's a look of fury on his face, and he's like, "I'm livid. I'm telling you what, I'm only tipping 15%." And I was like, yo,
You know why I didn't leave?
only.
You know why I didn't leave? Because sometimes you have to stage a sit-in for your You do, bro. You gotta fight for it, bro. You gotta fight. Did I not fight?
Oh,
No,
man.
dude, you were a cuck for that. You stayed there and ate a
He
meal
ate
that
the
you
shit
didn't
he
even
didn't want to
order.
eat.
And you did.
Damn, I did get cucked. Now that y'all tell that story, I really did. What? Where was this?
Fuck. Westway. Westway Diner. Mad long ago.
Golly, and I just was that much of a bitch?
Yeah, you just took that.
Did I-
I'm only tipping 15%, and I was like, huh?
Did I change at all, Akaash? Did I get better as a man?
Back then?
No, now.
You try to deflect a little bit.
You put your hands out.
You put your hands.
Try to stop it.
It's the waiter's fault. I couldn't defend you, bro. My man stole all my confidence. Waiter stole all my confidence.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, fuck.
Fuck, man. Yo, when we get, I think our next thing is 2,500 subscribers, right? For the Patreon.
Yeah.
We are gonna call one of Alex's white girls.
Yo.
We gonna call her, bro.
Yo.
We gonna call her, bro. Alex, pick one of them. Alex, pick one.
Let us know, dog.
It's all for entertainment, people.
What does that mean?
I don't know. He's trying to protect himself.
Yes, I am.
Okay, fair enough. I get it.
Yo, but real talk, we gonna pick one of Alex's.
Yeah.
We gonna pick one of Alex's shorties. We gonna call her. What are we gonna talk to her about?
Whatever. I mean, we called Alex's sister. Have fun.
Yo, that was
We
wild.
could just call her back.
I'd prefer that.
Nah, she's pregnant, bro.
Patrons, hit us up in the comments. I think we'll go
It's
with the girl.
so
but-
pregnant people are so funny. Like my sister just cries at everything now.
Wait,
It's like-
really?
yeah. She's like super.
Don't
emo.
change the subject, man. We could call one of your white girls. Fuck out of here, like I don't see through that.
Yo,
Upset me when you just
and she's
misdirect
like-
me like that.
What if she called and then she announces that she's pregnant?
Oh shit.
Alex's
Yo, why
child.
don't even do that?
Well,
Bro,
listen, you ain't telling Alex nothing he hadn't faced before. He got a solution.
Oh fuck! All right, this
My
has
man
been
got
a
a
great
number, his phone
episode.
book ready.
This has
No,
been a
real
great
talk.
His
episode
favorites.
of
No,
Flagrant 2.
it's not over yet, bro.
It's not over,
There's
Alex.
a new fucking Netflix show called How to Make a Murderer. And it's starring Alex.
No, please, no.
It's all his fucking scoops.
Oh man.
Yo, Andrew, how many you got?
How to make a murder?
None, but
the
son-
opening scene is just Alex looking at a condom and then throwing it away. He got his finger on the wrapper like about to take it off.
No, you know what it
He
is?
just tucks it
No,
in the
you know what
drawer.
it is? He takes the condom out. His fingers are mad wet from trying to put from fingering the girl. The mad slippery. He tried to open it once. He tried to open it twice. And then he just looks at it, tosses that shit, says, fuck it. Damn.
Oh man,
Alex looked right at that pregnancy test and he said, you know what?
That,
If she dies, she dies.
That pregnancy says really.
Oh fuck! Oh my goodness! Oh god!
Son, anyway, yo, go patreon.com/flagrant2. Get part of the community. Get part of what we're doing over there. This shit is absolutely beautiful. I love seeing y'all group up. Last year we did last week did radical inclusion. I see all these people starting to text each other and get the group chats going and all these things. I got
so
someone
dope.
who's gonna possibly animate some stuff for us.
Yeah.
A lot of things are happening over there. And also, I like you guys empowering yourselves in the community. If you have ideas for the community, how to make it more seamless, how to organize it, please bring those together. Let's start building it together, right? This is a community that we're all a part of. So if we can organize opportunities that people have for other people, meetups and these different things, these different sections within the community, help us put that together, honestly. Right? I mean, one of the coolest things about Burning Man is it's done entirely by the people that go to Burning Man, right? There's not one dad or boss of it. Everybody goes and everybody contributes. So let's make this the fucking coolest, you know, the most effective, most efficient community that's out there, man. With some real Fight Club shit, no bullshit. I'm really excited
Yeah,
for
man.
it. And
Y'all
one
are
thing-
making this so dope.
It's so true. And one thing that I almost forgot about, but I want to do it. There's a guy who's on Instagram. His Instagram is Christ Like Love. And he's a Patreon subscriber. And what he said, he's like, I'd like to give a subscription to somebody.
Yeah.
You know, and he was like, you know, it's $5 a month, and I really enjoy this, and I get a lot of joy from it. And I think somebody else might, and maybe, you know, they don't have $5 to spend a month or something like that.
Right.
So I'd like to donate that. And we're not about to be outdone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hell
So
no.
we're going to match that. Each
Yeah.
one of us.
Yeah.
As part of this podcast, is going to also donate another one. So we're going to find about a way to do it, but we're going to donate subscriptions. So that will be at least, you know, 5 more of those. And I thought that was so fucking cool, man. I thought that was so fucking cool that he wanted to give that. And some real beautiful shit. So let's do that.
I got to thank all the Patreon members, the asshole army in general. Like the love I got coming home, man. The overwhelming amount of love I got, man.
Crazy, huh?
Crazy. I've never had so many people concerned with my asshole. Ever.
What were they saying?
Everybody was just hoping I kept it tight out there. And I did. But so much love, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you tell him that one story about the dude who like he like, nah, tell him you said you would talk about it. Tell him about the story.
You said no, go.
I'm not saying no, but no, tell him about the story who like he got you guys to play like this game where you rub each other's thighs like and you thought
Yeah, that game, yeah.
Stop acting like it's not true,
I'm
bro.
stopping all over
Stop
this
acting
shit.
like it's not true.
No.
It was a game where he said that he was into like reflexology, like that kind of like massage shit, and you were like that you were really tense because you've been locked up and you whatever, and then the guy.
Oh, I was in Sweden, and
there's a group
Swedish massages. You know,
exactly.
so that makes sense.
Exactly. So it was a Swedish massage thing, and
Still
like
bombing.
and then it was so basically the thing was like you guys agreed to like rub each other, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Remember that?
I remember.
So
that,
then you guys were agreeing to rub each other, and then you just rubbed his legs a little bit, and then he rubbed your legs a little bit, and then that was it.
And then I grabbed his cock.
No, that's not part of it, dude. That's wild, bro. Why'd you make it gay?
Yo, you saved that story, Alex. You saved that story. Andrew at 35, not funny no more.
I'm not gonna let y'all do this to me. You're not gonna put this on me at all.
Yo, can we say something real quick? It's Andrew's birthday
Oh, it is my birthday, yeah.
tomorrow.
Well,
And is today?
well, when this comes
When
out.
this comes out,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
Andrew's
yeah.
birthday.
35 years old.
Andrew
Old as
had a
fuck.
dinner yesterday.
Yeah.
I didn't get to go. I had a show in Newark. I was fucked up. But
show at a fucking coffee shop.
yeah.
This guy canceled on my birthday for a show at a fucking
I got
coffee
paid.
shop.
It was a money spot. But I'm a friend, man.
Yeah.
So this is on behalf of myself, on behalf of Alex,
Right.
on behalf of Absentee Kaz, and
Oh,
to you, from the assholes to you, happy birthday
Oh, wow.
to you.
Guys.
Happy birthday, dear Andrew.
Great.
Happy birthday to you.
This is great. All right. This is.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
an
this is-
asshole
This is an asshole
with balls
with balls and,
and a
cock.
penis.
So, am I looking?
We got a shot of this?
I think it's upside down.
Oh, you right.
I think the penis is, yeah, the penis and balls are upside down. There's some cum coming out of the penis. It's a very oddly shaped asshole. But, is it edible or no?
I mean, find out, buddy. It should be.
No, it's not. It's clay.
Yeah, put that shit in your mouth.
No, it's not. It's clay. It's not food.
I mean, you would know, but
I would eat it if it
It's
was
supposed
food.
to be chocolate.
edible.
It's
No,
a
it's
chocolate
not.
cake.
Yeah, it is.
We got no forks?
It's definitely edible. The whole thing is edible, bro.
That's clay. I just ate clay.
No, you didn't. That's just how they able to mold it.
Bruh, take a bite here. Here, this is so here's another thing you guys might not know. Indians feed each other cake on your birthday. That's like a thing. It's
Okay.
like if I care about this person,
Feed me some cake.
so I'm gonna feed you some cake. So we're gonna
Yeah, but
use
not
we're
that-
gonna use
I
this as
want
the
to-
fork.
that's just
Well,
like-
this is the fork.
Oh, it's a
we don't
fork,
have a
yeah.
fork, so the penis will be the fork.
Yeah, yeah.
Alex,
Just
if
feed
you'd
me
like to,
with your hands.
if you'd like to feed him, let me know.
Just feed me with your hands, bro. I
Alright,
think you
buddy.
just gotta rip it out.
All right, let's just get in this asshole.
Yeah, get in there.
nice
Well, no,
piece of
don't
that.
take the taint. Get some actual cake. Get a nice, yeah,
want
chunk
some
of fucking cake. Yeah,
You want
bro.
some cake, buddy?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, here you go, buddy.
Thanks, buddy.
Happy birthday, buddy! How's the cake?
I don't think that's food.
It's terrible.
I think it's not food, bro. Bro. That's clay, dude. I think it's clay.
It's supposed to be chocolate, fam, and caramel. I paid a lot. I paid entirely too much money for this.
Did you?
For this cake? Yeah.
Yeah, that's cake. It's just the molding.
Y'all fucking with me?
No, look, there's even a message.
What does it say? Hope your birthday was a blast. Now enjoy your piece of ass, Andrew. Oh, that's adorable.
Actually, let me get some of that black ass.
I thought you would enjoy the black cake the most.
Did they? Where did you get this cake? Because they make gay cakes. That's an open-minded bakery, right?
Yo, dude was gay.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. Dude was
bad.
for sure gay.
Not bad at all. Guys, thank you. I just want to point out that this whole gift was ruined by the lady in the front because I walked in here before all of you, and she was like, "Oh, Akaash had a really funny cake for you."
Oh, fuck!
Fucking bitch.
Fuck!
Right? And I was like, "Oh, yeah, you probably just ruined my whole birthday surprise." And then she's like, "Oh, whoops." And then I walked in the room, and it was on the table when I walked in the room. So I looked at the cake and everything. But I thought I did a good job of making it seem like a surprise.
No, bro, I was
didn't.
wondering. I was like, why does shit seem that boring?
I know. If y'all really cared, you would have got here on time. Whew. All right.
I'm here at 5.
I thought you were here earlier.
No. All right. Look, I'm off sugar, so and bread, which is both of these things.
Let me get one of the testicles.
Alex, you want to take this home, buddy?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, you take this home.
No. Hell no, I'm not taking that shit.
Why not?
I'm good.
Wait, you live by yourself?
Yeah, but I don't want that shit.
No.
No.
Why are you so defensive about it? Like, really defensive about it,
You don't
dog.
want the black ass cake?
Bro, there's a nice little fucking asshole. Nice
Take a
tight
cheek,
asshole,
dog. Take one cheek.
I
got
get
this
enough
right
black
here.
ass already.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Where?
All the time.
Not Sweden.
What
This
kind
cake
of
is good?
what
Yeah,
kind
I was at Wheezy's show. Shout out to Wheezy.
Yeah.
Horrible Decisions.
Yeah.
There's a lot
We know who Wheezy is, bro.
a lot of beautiful black queens in there last night.
Oh yeah, did they recognize you?
They did, actually.
And
Wheezy
they-
wouldn't let you talk to him?
Weezy was mad jealous when they were throwing at you?
No. She's a wingman now.
Really?
Yeah.
Yo, this cake sucks, dog.
I'm all right with it. I don't mind it.
No, this is trash.
I mean, for an ass cake, it's pretty good.
I mean, it looks interesting.
Wait, you should take this to Wheezy.
Yeah. Give us to Weezy
I'm
from
not.
us.
Yo, I got cameras and shit to carry. I'm not holding that cake.
All right. Well, look,
Wheezy? All right. Leave it for Wheezy.
it's been a great podcast.
Word.
I love y'all so much for listening. Thank y'all so much for listening. If you're saying happy birthday while you're in your car, you're at your job, or whatever you're doing, you're at the gym, thank you. I appreciate you guys very much. Big 3-5. I'm there. It's fucking downhill, man. All downhill. But I'm excited about it. Have a great one. This has been Flagrant too.
God bless.